Okay, evening everyone. I see no one else on, so it's pretty boring right now. We are live on ScrewTube. All right, let me go ahead, plug in the link. I think I know the drill, so I'm going to pin. All right, it's pinned. It's pinned. All right, so I'm just going to leave it on here, see who's coming on in. One person. All right, thank you, one person, for tuning in. So this is your host, U-Haul, on the local live channel. We are local, we are live. We're in central Missouri. Yeah, two people, two peeps in the room. Hi. Hi to both of you. Thank you for tuning on in. We don't necessarily have to talk about the railroad strike supposedly saved. I'm not going to give any credit to 46 because he don't deserve it, as he don't deserve any kind of victory. Because he's not my president. So plain and simple. All right, two peeps in the room. So I want to thank you folks for tuning in. Don't have to necessarily talk about the railroad strike per se. We could talk about something else. I was on Brett Boyle's show earlier, and some guy in there wanted to kind of control the conversation, but I kind of let him for a minute, and then I said, okay. That being Mr. Escobar. So I had the privilege of being on Broccoli Boyle's show earlier this morning. I think it was right when he came on. So two peeps in the room. So thank you to both of you peeps. Even if both of you are trolls, I guess I could still count you as views or clicks, clickbait, clicks, whatever you want to call yourselves. No biggie. I might brush my teeth here in a second, so I might put myself on mute. The host of the show putting himself on mute. How about that, huh? All right. Two people in the room. So I want to thank both of you peeps. It is Thursday night. Yeah, I call it Thank You Thursday because of the deals that go on at the truck stop where I go get fuel. And that's called Thank You Thursday. So, okay. All right. I might brush my teeth. I don't know. I might put myself on mute here for a second. Just a quick second. Folks want to call in, comment, say whatever's on your mind. You don't have to call in. You could just type something in the comments. Tell me to go to hell or whatever. That's fine. At least I know that you're still there. All right, I think that's good. All right, I got 0 peeps. Be on for the next hour. Yeah. Maybe let's just leave this thing on like this. I'll just leave it. Leave it on until I get a call. Maybe it takes a while before you guys get the notices. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Call-in show. Okay, I got 0 peeps. I got 0 people. Wow, this is pathetic. Wow, unfreaking-believable. It is what it is, though. You know, it is. It be what it be. I didn't realize I had. Perfect. That would go in there. Now I'll do this. I'll get a good mix on this. If I could ever get anything going, her. Oh man, it's sticky. Whew, man, sticky-ish right there. Oh my god! Wow, that's unfreaking-believable. Oh boy. Oh. Do, 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 do. Oh, let me give that up. Yeah. Oh, there's only those 2 things. Only those 2 things. Okay, we got 1 person easy. I always recognize anytime anyone shows up, even if you're a troll or you're here to spy on me. I get the eyeballs saying that I got someone in the chat room, so or not in the chat room, just a viewer. So thank you for being that 1 viewer. All right. Hey, it's Brett. Brett, want to thank you for letting me on this morning. I know there wasn't a whole lot of subject content or what have you to really talk about, but that Escobar dude was like, "What are we talking about?" Yeah, I totally forgot to ask him, and this totally blanked my mind, man. About ask him whether or not the dude, because he's so hung up on universal healthcare. I didn't ask him if he was on Obamacare, so I didn't ask him. I said, "Oh, because I should have asked whether or not he has the same healthcare as his illegal cousins across the border there to my state, Texas." Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so I didn't really see anybody on right now. I like how you do your marathons or what have you. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is super random. Yeah, this is random. I'm only going to be on probably until for just the hour. Um, I tried. Check this out, man. I tried to see about calling into that Maverick dude or what have you, but he has guests on, and I guess it's probably pre-planned. I want to have it so where I call in when he flashes that phone number. That way, I could call him out because I still want to defend Queen. I mean, even though I barely know anything about Queenie, I stumbled across her lives because I think she was on. Well, she was on uh your panel this morning, but I wanted to defend her of the hit piece that Maverick dude did. Because now, anytime that anyone comes across that Queenie channel, they're gonna think that she's an extremist or she's like some kind of paramilitia or something. I said, you can't paint that for a chick. I mean, she doesn't have any weapons. There's no criminal records. So what the hell? So they're totally painting her out to be a domestic extremist, which is crazy. That's not what she is, you know. So that's just freaking nuts. When people make, well, of course, you probably have that experience with that Carl dude or whatever, who's a real jerk to you. I don't know why. So I know. Ignore it though. Ignore it. He doesn't mean anything. Canadian Carl Stan, whatever the fuck his name is. Change his name. It's always Carl with the K. Don't mind me. I'm just having ice water with apple cider vinegar. That's all I'm drinking. So not a whole hell of a lot going on. Um, uh, yeah, I do this mostly at nights. I don't. I think I sleep in. That's why I never really got onto these in the mornings. But I was driving this morning. That's how I got onto your channel. So this is just a truck stop where I'm at right now. Yeah, I got stuff on the dashboard. Um, yeah, uh, and a whole. Well, you can't see it. The pump's actually in front. Yeah, flattery contest. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It is the flattery or what have you. I was like, all of these hit pieces or all these videos about you are just the. I haven't seen Queenie on lately, so I hope she's doing all right. I know, however way that people feel about her, the way that she comes off, or maybe she's a bit abrasive or what have you, but that's just how she is, you know. But I wouldn't hold that against her of just like doing these little snippets because I saw that hit piece there on Mavericks. He cherry picked a bunch of random stuff on her lives and then just put it all together into a montage and said, "Yep, that's the kind of bitch that she is." I said, "She's not that way. She's not that way always. It's just you cherry pick and you just. I'm sure CBC does this. Yeah, she street for a short pit today. Okay, I didn't. I don't know. Maybe ScrewTube's messing with my notifications because I know the three bells. There's the "Don't Bother Me" bell. There's the occasional bell, and then there's the always bell. I think lately I've had her on the always bell, and she didn't pop up. So I figured these notifications don't come on until like 20 minutes after. I said, "Oh, this sucks." So no one even knows that I'm on right now. Not that I care about growing the channel, what have you. I'm happy with the 150, 158 people or what have you. It's just, I just want to be able to panel and just prism, you know? I mean, if I get to that point of where I could do community threads, cool, but yeah, since in Carl's stuff, sheesh, yeah, Canadian Carl, whatever that jerk off is. So, uh, yeah, as I was saying earlier, I was hoping that Maverick dude would. I don't think his entire show, or it's really sporadic as to when he does the call in versus he does an interview with a guest. He didn't call in tonight. I'm like, damn. So I was ready for it. I don't want to call when it's already when people forgot about the hit piece. So if he's on tomorrow, I'll try hitting him then. He's on. What is it? Is it 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? I'll get him. Yeah. I always go through and see who's live in my subscriptions. Yeah. Whoever I'm subscribed to or subscribe to me, I subscribe back to them. So, um, you know, uh, so I do have the ticker going. along the bottom here. I'm using StreamYard. Now, if you would have tuned in to me weeks ago, I was using Restream. So this is my first exposure to StreamYard, which has similar features to Restream. Really, really similar features. It's just a little different. They're not quite the same, but they have really, really similar features. I think earlier today, what's that? The Prime Minister Trudeau was saying his eulogy to the Queen, whatever. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Such an empty suit. Such an empty suit. I see. I really don't see the charm in him or the likability about him. He's just this pretty boy with a tattoo on one of his arms. I was like, yeah. And yet he still won with 20% approval rating with that ad hoc election he had last year. What the hell is this? God, this is such bull. It's like a guy that nobody likes. He gets chased out of his own rallies. He gets heckled anytime he tries to go out to eat. I saw that clip or whatever. I said, people hate this guy. It's, jeez. Oh, 3 people. All right, cool. So, the StreamYard, yeah. With not hosted. I tried, when I first started doing things like this, I started off with Melon app. Don't ever use that. 4 hours they let you have for a month. And then I jumped over to Restream. Yeah, Restream is similar to this. It's not quite the same, but they have similar features. I'll put it to you that way. Oh, okay, I have to go for a few. Okay. Ian just showed up. All right, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by there. Broccoli. I'll call you Broccoli. Okay. So that folks in the chat room was just Brett Broccoli. I was on his live feed earlier this morning. When he popped on, he was nice enough to let me on, and it kind of felt like I was kind of like co-hosting the show a bit when he was quiet. So, yes, I try not to take over the panels like some people like to do, and they get away with it. But I just try to fill in the dead air. So there was the chatter or the person in the chat room, Roberto Escobar, wondering whether or not one of these days he'll do panels of his own. I'd call in. And sure, I have no problem calling in. Why not? So then in the chat room again was this Broccoli. He goes by Broccoli. I think that's his nickname. So goes by Broccoli. See him often in Tommy Temper restreams. He's not on right now. It's very sporadic as to when Tommy comes on. So I figured not a whole lot as far as lives going on. Maverick just went off. Everyone's doing the gulag at the gulag. So everyone's pretty much filming the same thing. So it's like, all right, that could get kind of boring. So this is just an evening. I think mostly I just come on the evenings. Very seldomly do I do mornings. Yes, I don't know. So, hey, Third Kind, how you doing? Yeah, that was Brett Boyle who just checked out. He was here and then he wasn't. So he had to step out. It's all right. So I really don't see anyone on right now, which is why I is on. So I'm just doing, well, what you could see. Yeah, it's just pretty much a humdrum day at the truck stop. You could tell that I'm pointed towards the street here. And it's really sick because I just got home from the gym. Cool. What exercises was you doing? Was you doing cardio? Was you doing HIIT? Was you doing upper body muscle, lower body muscle? I think I slept in. I was too busy to really do exercises. I'll probably do exercises tomorrow. I don't know what I'll do though. I don't know what I'll do. I'll figure something out of what to do. Maybe I could do cardio. I don't do cardio all that much like I used to. Because I figured lifting weights, I think you burn more calories than you do cardio. Although I do try getting my 10,000 steps in. I don't achieve it, but, I always try going for it. I think it's like 4.5 miles. So a third of its kind in the chat room here, folks. I'll only be on just for this hour. And then, well, I'm on Central Time. I guess as soon as it turns 2000 or 8 p.m., Central Standard Time, unless of course the live, this calling gets good, then because I did 2 hours with Joffrey last time he was on. But doing these things can't always be with Joffrey. No, let's see. Lifting. Oh, cool. Some jump. I did jump roping the other day. Um, and I watched this one episode of Fit to Fat to Fit of where one of the chicks, the trainer chicks, she showed off. My voice cracked. She showed off about how she's able to go half an hour straight jump roping. I said, "Damn." So lifting upper body work. Oh, that's good. Kettlebell. I do the kettle snatches. I do the what is it? The hip thrust. What is it? They feel like hip thrusters because I have the dumbbell. So I could do the kettle snatches. I could do the there's a name for the exercise. It's a snatch. It's where you use your hips to swing the kettlebell between your legs. That's pretty good going half an hour straight. Yeah. But I noticed though, because I used to do at least 100 push-ups a day, but it got old. And then now if I do maybe push-ups maybe twice a week, but I go really intense, it hurts, and that's good. I've been eating like crap lately, which is bad. But right now I'm sipping on ice sparkling water, and apple cider vinegar right now. I do have some green lime in the fridge. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Um, but I've been trying my absolute damnedest to get away from sugar and gluten. They're really bad. White flour and white sugar. Yeah. I do my damnedest of trying to stay away from both, either or, if not both. Actually, just both. So, 200. I'm just writing out my itinerary tomorrow. So, from the title of this, I guess, call-in show, I think the railroad strike is off for tomorrow. And being a trucker, doing what I does obviously, you could see where I'm at. It would have been kind of, well, actually, it would have been a good and bad thing. Bad news for the railroads. It would have been good news for me because it would have led to a lot more freight, and it would have meant, I guess, better pay rates on the per mile. So it's okay though. They had the choice because unions look out for unions, and they've had 3 years to negotiate this. And why would you negotiate higher pay in a depression that we're in now? We're not in a recession. We're in a depression already. This is Obama 3.0. This is Obama's third term. And I can only tell you that how many quarters of his second term, so from 012 to 16, how many quarters did he have above 3% GDP? He only had one, and it was this quarter in 2014. But we had to prove to the rest of the world that we're not racist, so we had to vote for him again. I know it's terrible, but yeah, that is the way of thinking for some people, which is pretty stupid. Yeah, it is. It is his third term, and it's terrible. Boys, is god awful. Yeah. But on the upside, if you're rooting for Ukraine, it looks like they're on the counteroffensive, so they're kind of spooking Russia, which either might have them come back harder, but the land that they actually reclaimed was only 2%. So it's a victory, but it's a very small one. So I don't know. 45. Pre-trip. I'm just writing out my itinerary for tomorrow. Yeah. I saw earlier, what's her face? Glory B she did a live stream of Ashley Babbitt's mom during a press conference, but I thought she always does something every night. And I figured, well, I wonder how today was any different, but yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just having my bevy. Anytime that you have a high carb meal, always wash it out with apple cider vinegar and water. I do have green lime. I do like lemon. Lemon's is kind of bland for me. I prefer lime because it's a little bit more soury, so you could actually taste it instead of just this bland citrusy fruit, I guess. Obviously, an orange is too sugary to try to put in water, you know. Although I do love orange, it's one of my favorite colors. Obviously, you could tell by the scroller I like orange. Orange Man Bad, the moving truck stripe, you know. Mm. So, I really didn't see anyone else on right now. So I guess when I do these kinds of things, it's mostly at night. Um, Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna have a late start, which means that I won't be doing one of these tomorrow. Um, yeah, it's gonna be kind of late. So yeah, yeah. Mhm. Uh, it's just writing out my itinerary. Hmm. I don't have much weekend plans. I think this does mark the 1 year anniversary of actually getting this truck that I'm in. So I've driven 100,000 miles under Biden session, as I like to call it. Not a whole hell of a lot going on around where I'm at. It's just this truck stop. Now let's see. I'm just winding down, sipping a glass of wine. Ooh, is it red or white wine? Or is it Chardonnay? Or is it, there's different variations. It's not champagne, although I do love champagne. Merlot. Is it Cabernet? Is it, I don't, yeah, it's a lot of miles. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I guess maybe for a trucker that might even be average. But I was down for some time because of repair and maintenance. But aside from that, yeah, I read all the way Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, so you're not the type who does the not the amaretto sour. It's not even a wine. Um, Red wine, like a Merlot. I don't have. Let's see. It's been a minute. Yeah, because of this job, I don't drink anymore. I can't. Not with the random drug test, the random drug screenings. I can't. I've had that happen to me before, where at any time, at any point, they could drug test me. So I can't honestly. And I know it's hard because I know some people in this line of work actually do CBD. I can't do that. It's too liable. Um, what's the name of that? There's Woodbridge, that was a brand, and then there was I can't think of the name right now. It was really good wine. Oh, I can't think of the name. The name escapes me. Red wine goes good with chocolate. Uh, let's see. If you do red wine, I think there is resveratrol in it. Merlot. And dry wine because it seems too sweet to me. Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. Um, oops. Just looking here. I don't know if you do chocolate with the wine. The only problem I have with chocolate is that a lot like Nikes and Apple iPhones is that a lot of it is harvested by underage forced labor. So as crazy as this does sound, when I go to like my local organic store, and I do have one, I make sure to do fair trade because a lot like electric car batteries, the material is actually like mined by underage children in Africa, forced labor. So, I mean, if we're going to be eco-conscious and we want to be environmentally responsible, why can't labor ethics play into the mix? So that's why with like this Hershey shit or what's that? What Nestle? I don't know who else is out there for chocolate. It is slave. It is slave labor. Yeah, port wine. Port wine. Port wine is a good piece of chocolate. Yeah. I go for the 100% dark. I know that sounds crazy, but I've gotten so used to it because if you go less than 85% dark, this is a chocolate bar, Mars. Okay, I do the 100% dark. It's bitter as hell, but I've gotten so used to it. I'd be like, because when I got into keto, they're like, well, abstain from sugar. I'd be like, okay, so The condition of chocolate is anything 85 plus for dark. Mars bars. Okay, is that General Mills? I forget what brand that is of Mars is. I think I know what Mars is. I like maybe up to 80%. Oh, that's sweet. That's a sugar bar, but that's okay. Uh, there are some chocolate bars I can't do because that's skim milk. I'm lactose. Yeah, yeah. I can do 85%. Oh, that's good. There's cocoa nibs. You could look into that too. And then there's some really woke products that I'll do of where even the packaging, if the packaging isn't biodegradable, I don't buy it because they're not being environmentally sensitive. I know I sound woke, but I am. Eh, I know it's part of the Green Deal. Yeah. No, the thing about red wine is that I think there's also not just resveratrol, which is good for you. Um, oh, it escapes me of what else is in it that helps you sleep. Melatonin. I think that might be the other thing too. So I guess it's a good bedtime beverage. I guess. Want to put it that way? Oops. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had wine. Obviously, in this line of work, was it 2012? So I'm going on 10 years. You could say sober. You'd be like, no way. Like, yeah. There was one time, in fact, I was even out where I'm at right now. I'm in central Missouri. If you're familiar with the channel JN or J underscore N, he's out here. I'm not out here for him, but this is neck of the woods. Um, it's been a minute since I've had a drink. Yeah, 3 people in the chat room. Well, thank you, that extra person. Um, yeah, white wine's too dry. Uh, discover that grapes use makes melatonin. Why? Thank you. That's what I figured. And you got it from Gulag. You got it from the censorship Gulag. Yeah. Well, I have an Android, so I can't really speak ill too much about Gulag. But yeah, that's what I figured. That it contributes to serotonin, which helps you go to sleep. So yeah, that is red wine. There was one time, not that I'm religious, but there was one time I accidentally took the red wine and was it the Eucharist? It's the thing where you grab the little beverage and you sip it. And I took it, and I accidentally was drunk during mass. I didn't want to let anyone know that I was, but I was like really buzzed. I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "This ain't grape juice. This isn't Welch's." I was like, "Oh, damn!" I was like, "This isn't what I was supposed to pick up." Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. The red wine. I think in France, what they do is that they put a little bit of wine inside a baby bottle, and then they condition the baby. Roman Catholic. Okay. Ha. Yeah. They put a little bit of wine inside the baby bottle to condition the baby to get used to alcoholism at a very early age. You do that in this country, CPS would be called on your ass. It'd be like, holy shit. Be like, what are you doing trying to get a baby drunk up? It'd be like, holy god. Yeah. Oh boy. Hmm. 2 peeps. They do sell liquor here at the truck stop. I don't know why. They sell alcohol at Walgreens. CVS got rid of cigarettes, okay, and I think they might have gotten rid of. What did they get rid of? They got well. If you're in San Francisco, they just got rid of CVS's period because they kept getting shoplifted. They'd be like, oh, good God, yeah, CVS just got rid of themselves out of San Francisco. Uh, now it's just a lot of five-finger discount shopping. And be like, oh boy. Um, but you could buy booze at Walgreens. I think past. I don't know about Sundays, but buying booze at a drugstore because that happened once. I was buying, I forget what I was buying, but I had like some Mexican dude next to me or whatever. He was buying a Corona, not the virus, but the drink, and he was buying like a 4 pack. I was like, dude, man, it's hard. It's just noon. And be like, oh, what's up, Tara? Tara Cluck and the Heezy. Gotta go ABC store. Oh, okay, is that the um? Is that the government ran liquor store, the ABC store? They have that in Minnesota of where it is a government ran, or it's basically ran by the government. It's a government ran liquor store. So I don't know if that's what you're referring to, ABC store there. Hmm. Yeah. So you're just in Virginia. What's going on, Tara? I was just having a convo there with third of its kind. Beer. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool of you to come back. Welcome back. Where are you right now? I'm in central uh Missouri. I know, pretty much out in the middle. Yeah. Yes, regarding the ABC store. You get hard liquor there, but can't get beer and wine at a grocery store. Yeah, interesting. You know that during Kung Flu or like the breakdowns in New York City, um, restaurants couldn't sell like their basic raw products, otherwise it'd be categorized as a grocery store. I said, what if I want to be raw vegan? Which I try to do every day, but I say, you know, because a lot of these restaurants were turning into ghost kitchens. Maybe Terry, you know what I'm talking about. When these lockdowns happened, a lot of these restaurants like shut down for a minute. They became ghost or like these dark kitchens of where they would just cook for like Grub or not. I hate Grubhub. Don't ever do Grubhub. Do DoorDash instead. I've had a bad first and last experience I had with Grubhub. So screw them. But like a lot of these restaurants became um, ghost kitchens, so they would actually just cook. They were still open, just not to the public. They would cook exclusively for like DoorDash or like Uber Eats, who, by the way, makes no money for the driver because no one wants to, think about the wear and tear on the car, the maintenance, all just for like a lunch. So it really wasn't worth it to the driver. So Tara might know what I'm talking about, but a lot of these places went underground and they became ghost kitchens. Luckily, I think some of these restaurants, if they made it this far without closing permanently, and about becoming when COVID, I was like, hell no, it's the yeah, yeah. That ghost kitchen means that you're basically just caving into just phoning it in. You'd be like, fuck no, you don't want to do that, you know. Um, yeah, ghost kitchen basically it's like you're trying to stay alive, but you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. So it's just like you want to go back to being open in an actual restaurant, a sit down restaurant. That's where a lot of these restaurants you're having a bunch of customers dressed up as empty seats. It'd be like, well, this ain't gonna work. So, um, when a lot of these places went underground and they became these dark kitchens of where they would either cook for some other restaurant that was open or whatever. But it was just, I mean, I knew that DoorDash wasn't going to be the new normal because, well, first off, I knew also that like the whole telecommuting to and from work, that was a phase. I knew it would come to the point of where people would want to go back to their old routine. We're creatures of habit. So it's just, as far as like the darker the ghost kitchen, I said, what is this prohibition of where I have to knock on a door to be let in or secret code to be like, come on, it was a touch and go. Yeah, yeah, I'll say touch and go. Whew. But now well, unfortunately, not to be the bearer of bad news, this is for Tara's profession. And maybe I've told this story already to her before already, I'll repeat it again. A lot of these restaurants, because I guess just because of this, the sign of the times as far as like the economy, is that I don't know if hours are shortened or staff is cut to the point of where it almost feels like lockdowns again because, well, I mean, it feels like not ghost kitchen-ish, but just the whole part about, well, shorter hours, shorter staff, and it has like this eerie echo of how it was 2 years ago about, well, instead of like furloughs of people at a restaurant being sent home, you just can't find anyone willing to show up to work. And that was the double-edged sword of what happened last year, was that last year there was so much turnover. And in fact, I did a lot of research on this. I don't know why. I picked something to research and I just go hours on end, you know. But what happened last year, not in particular this year, because it's kind of stabilized. What happened in 2021 last year is that there was so much mobility, so much turnover, is that because people knew that they could go someplace else to work, nobody was really willing to stay to actually give anywhere a chance. And the turnover, you go to your Walmarts, your Targets, wherever, your big box, and no one was there to stay longer for a matter of months. If you were there for 9 months, you were like a veteran. You were almost like a manager there at that point. And as far as restaurants were concerned, um, you know, I mean, luckily the restaurants that did not close and open back up, I mean, that was really good to see. I think that's when a lot of bars and taverns reopened up. Because I think your establishment there, Tara, is kind of like a tavern, not quite restaurant, because there is an alcohol theme, kind of like Cheers. So it's kind of like tavern. You do have the sports, so you're not a sports bar. So you're like a multifaceted establishment. I don't know what to categorize your place as, but hey, what's up, Brett? My duties. I have to step out. Okay. But yours is unique because you have the TV on there for sports, but you're not a sports bar. You're not Buffalo Wild Wings, but you have the ambiance, so you're like a really exquisite sit down. But I mean, yeah. See you later. Okay. So just one of the things, I guess, third of its kind. If you're ever in Maryland, in particular, of where the convoy used to be at, like around Hagerstown, well, not quite the campsite Hagerstown, but it's 7 miles north. If you're there at that airport, if you're in the Maryland area, and I thought Ed's truth, I thought he was going to make a road trip out there, but I guess he didn't. Um, hold on, I got to sneeze here for a second. Let me put myself on mute. I got to sneeze. Yeah, YouTube, bro. Okay, I thought I had a sneeze, but it was a flinch. So, um, I don't think there's too many YouTube videos about the establishment that Tara's at. I like how there's restaurant reviews. Oh, thank you. I didn't sneeze. I think it was a fake out, so I'll sneeze later on. I'm always told if I have to sneeze, look at something bright. So I flicked on one of my lights and tried staring at it. Yeah, I know you did jinx it. Um, and it's so funny because yeah, that's funny. When I was kind of making up the name for this channel, there is a dude out there named Live Local. I watched a few of his videos. I want to make sure I didn't. Yeah, I know I'm U-Haul, but like when I came up with the name, uh, I came across Live Local. There's a channel out there called Live Local, and I think the most based. No, I'm plugging another person's channel. He reviews restaurants, and he has really like this high quality. I'm not into that just yet. I'm just using my phone. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a tablet. This is all that I have. Is pretty much what I'm on. Is just my phone. I don't have time to. I used to have a laptop, and I sold it. I sold it off Craigslist. I don't have that kind of free time to actually like go in, edit. This is as much editing as you'll see from me. That's why I only do lives. There ain't nothing professional about this at all. I mean, this is just like real time. I don't do no editing, no software downloading, whatever. It's just whatever. So that is the channel for Live Local. I don't know how he came up with that name or whatever. It's just like, yeah, okay. So, oh, Live Blues Band. All right. So Cowboys Mosh is online. Cool. So, oops. All right, 44. Um, So yeah, I'm glad that your place did not turn into a ghost kitchen. Thank God for that. Oh, that would have sucked had your establishment taken on that kind of route. It's like I know that would have been real bad. Hold on, let me. Okay, I had to change the lighting settings here. 4 people in the house. Oh, cool. So you 4 people. Okay. I'd like to thank you 4 people for tuning in, whoever you are. It's okay. Not a whole lot of action in the YouTube universe. Um, but hey, what's going on? Jet ski Joffrey. All right, I'll just go back to calling him Freedom Joffrey. I'm in central. Well, I'm south of Jefferson City. If you want to be specific, I'm in I think it's Rocky Road. Oh yeah, I'm in the long run. I think same here. Yeah, I'm in central. Well, Cuba, Missouri or Missouri. If you ever watch Jesse or J underscore N, I think I'm in his backyard. I think I am. Um, yeah, the only I concur with you there, Tara, is that what I'm doing now I should have started back in 2020 because people were too scared to get into their own business. But I do have an LLC. I am a 1099 now. Now, had I started this in 2020, first off, the roads were clear, which is really, I mean, I guess the only time I ever see the roads clear. All right. Oh, more guests are coming in. Um, Back in 2020, there was hardly anyone on the roads. So doing my job, it was like, I know I shouldn't say it, but it's like, it was really cool because I didn't have to deal with like stop and go, bumper to bumper. Well, compared to today, but um, I could have, yeah, because I bought a car last year and I was the only one at the dealership not wearing a mask. I said, come on, guys, this is Texas. I go, what are you wearing masks for? So I was the only one in the dealership not wearing, I don't know, those things that people put over their mouths and it makes them look like a duck bill. Oh, that thing makes them look retarded. Um, but I talked to people back in 2020. I know I'm reminiscing about how car dealerships were so desperate of getting rid of cars. It'd be like, damn, well, I didn't have the money back in 2020 to buy a car, but I did. So, oh, whoops. So I actually played my part in being environmental and got me a hybrid. I know I should have just gotten an electric car and then just face diapers. Yeah. Well, third of its kind. I'm talking about the one you put over your mouth and it sticks out like a duck bill. So it wasn't like a diaper. It was like a duck beak. You know, I'm talking about it's like this triangle that sticks out. Bag of pot. Yeah, exactly. Might as well just suffocate yourself on it. I had no idea that popcorn has BPA and PFOA in it. I'd be like, that's so true. I said, shit, there's plastic and because back in the 80s and 90s, we would make popcorn out of that. You'd put it over a stove and the thing would just it'd blow up like an afro. And we would do it over a stove, and it would just like yeah, I guess it'd blow up like a mushroom. And then, well, it was out of foil, so you didn't have to deal with BPA or PFOA. Those are like forever chemicals that never leave you once you ingest. I know, which sucks. It's like nanoparticles. Mm. Jiffy. You're not referring to the oil change place. I think now they're called Grease Monkey. Yeah, at least back where I'm from, there was a place called Jiffy Lube, which I think now is like called Grease Monkey. I don't know. It was like this little oil change place where you get your four-wheeler oil change, whatever. Hmm. Oh, I can't tell you the gas prices out here. Usually when I do these, I usually give you guys like the gas prices out here or whatever. I think it's like 3.50 for regular. It is like 5.25 for us truckers, which really sucks. So it's still expensive as hell. Anything over five's it's a bitch to deal with. Yeah, but it is. Oh, gosh. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Remember Jiffy Lube? Yeah. I think Jiffy Lube is now Grease Monkey. Kind of like if you go to like in Jeffrey's neck of the woods, Sunoco is now Onyo or 7-Eleven. I don't think Sunoco exists anymore. It might on the gas side, but they were bought out by 7-Eleven back in 18 or something like that, 18 or 19. So Sunoco don't exist, or it's like Onvo, ONVO. So the days of Sunoco are gone. It's like dog eat dog rule. I can't even tell you. Oh, this is just a mom and pop truck stop. Mm, Jiffy Lube, Jiffy Pop. That's exactly what it was. Is exactly what it was. Yeah. Mm. So anyway, Jeffrey, just to fill you in, since you came in late. Whoops. Amphitheater called Jiffy Lube Live. Ha! Oh, that's so cool. Amphitheater. Hmm. I hope they have an amphitheater in Branson when I go there in a couple months. Uh, or some kind of stage where we could all like have speaking roles. Uh, yeah. Do, do, do. Anyway, to fill you in, Freedom Joffrey, as to what you missed on because you came in late. It's not your fault because I don't have a set time of when I do these things. I was talking about the railroad strike. I was talking with Tara about ghost kitchens with restaurants. I was talking to Third Kind about red wine because that's what she's drinking. I was talking about overpricing the scam. You know what? I think Jiffy Lube is a place of where teenagers go after high school when they don't want to go to college. That's where I think you got to learn it somewhere because college, unless you're going to mechanic school like Lincoln Tech or what's the auto mechanic school for kids? Is it? It's not Lincoln Tech. It's hard to compete with the J6 Vigil. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Um, yeah. I did see on there that Glory B did have like a press conference or a presser with Ashley Babbitt's mom, stuff like that. So, but I'm glad though, Jeffrey, that you do have that one clip of what looks to be the first time that I guess she met Giuliani, because by the interaction between each other, it looks like they never met before until then. So I could be wrong on that, but noon today, yeah, that was. Okay, yeah. So uh, I'm trying to think of the auto mechanic school for kids because that no, they knew each other. Oh, okay, okay, all right. It's not it's not Lincoln Tech. I don't know. It's some auto mechanic school, but there's such a shortage on truck mechanics, and unfortunately, because the truck that I drive is so new, the oil filters are different than prior years. That I have to go to the dealership. Yeah, it is a good clip. I have to go to the dealership every time I go for an oil change, which sucks. Which I think I might be a month away. Let's see. Does that coincide? No, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'm still going to the October. I'll make it to the 9th on about the 8th, especially if there's going to be certain people there, you know. But yeah, I might go. I might go on the 8th. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta check out those flyers that you sent me or whatever. I know Soup Mama's got a butt ton of them. She does nothing but flyers on her channel. That's what I love about her. It would have been so cool to have met her back in the days of TPC, but I wasn't able to make it out. I wish I could have. Wish I could have. Those were back in the day. At the Capitol at noon today. Okay, I got to rewatch that. I got to rewatch the presser. So I'll be watching the presser to see if what went on with that. Okay. I'll let my truck tell me when it needs to be changed. You don't do the 5 or 6,000 in between each. It's like, I guess. Boat rally. Oh, cool. I was in Tennessee not that long ago. Yeah. Yeah, I was in Tennessee. I was in Tennessee a few days ago, actually. It was like around Knoxville. We'll be in DC next Saturday. Oh, that's cool. Letting us know what is going on. That's cool. So he's going to be in the swamp. The boat rally. Wonder where in Tennessee. Tennessee's a big state. I gotta check out these flyers. I gotta check out these flyers. Hmm. So, hmm, cool. I wonder what's going on in DC. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just check out the flyers. I'm sure that's where you're going there because there's I don't know, something going on. A lot of stuff going on. Man, busy man there, Jeffrey. Busy man. Oops. I step on myself. PA governor. Oh, that's good. Hometown tomorrow night. Cool. When you say, wait a second, if it's your hometown, I take it you're from PA. You just happen to live in New York State. If it's hometown. Hometown. Oh, thanks. You texted me. Oops. Oh no, that's Tara. Whoops, my bad. Okay, that's Tara. That was Tara who was speaking. Oh, okay, 7,000. I got you. Support. Okay, cool. Donald Trump Jr. All right, that's awesome. I wonder if you'll be able to live stream that or go on Prism or well, I don't know. I don't know if you have enough subs to be on Prism, but that's okay. But working MD, I got you. I did a few videos of an outbreak going on in PA, the Lanternfly. It's been around since 2014, and it's done nothing but spread. It was primarily or mostly back in the late 20 teens around the around the Philadelphia area, and it spread all the way up to Harrisburg. I said, well, this sucks. Driver should, okay. Oh, I got you. Live in PA. Live in PA. You know, one part of PA I like, I guess, at South is Greencastle. They got the big ass truck stop there. They got the post office I could walk to, but yeah, Greencastle. I don't know. It feels like you're in Virginia. Doesn't feel too much like PA because here's why. There's not a whole hell of a lot of truck stops between the Turnpike and is it the Maryland border? Shoot, I should know my geography. Is it the West Virginia border? No, West Virginia is next to Virginia. The hell am I? Next to the Maryland border. Jeez. But the rally, okay, Greencastle. So you know what I'm talking about when I say post office. There was a trucker who who went through that downtown. I said, is that street even meant for truckers? But he was a flatbed. He was making a right turn back towards the TA. So he had to have been facing the post office, but he was making a right turn. I said, shit, this is like a small ass town, but yeah. Yeah, Greencastle's got the Taco Hell. It's got the Mickey D's. It's got the Country Pride. I know one of the chicks who works in there. I shouldn't talk about chicks since you're on here. I don't like doing that. Yeah, that's Greencastle. Change its trajectory. I'm reading your comment there, Third of its kind. I think they were trying to knock it off course. And international, I thought they were trying to knock it off course, but if not, it's really small. So it's not like, it's not like a big ass one that could take out the Earth, but oops, cancel. Yeah, Bruce Willis to blow it up. Oh yeah. One thing I wanted to, I guess, speaking of Greencastle, that TA used to be a buffet. And I'm not saying this to be rude to bring up another restaurant because I don't consider it too much competition to you. This is too far. Well, it's just 1%. Okay. So they used to have a buffet, and I know that your establishment is not a buffet, but when Kung Flu hit and all these restaurants had to shut her down for a minute, the buffets went away, and they're all Oriental. They're all Chinese. The days of old country buffet are dead, and they have been dead since like '04. So because very seldomly do you ever find like a domestic or an American themed buffet anymore. Well, there's Golden Corral, but they suck. I tried taking my mom there once for Mother's Day, and they don't do senior citizens discounts, the bastards. So, um, anyway, a lot of the buffets to that truck stop buffet, yeah, they had to basically just scrap it, not scrap it, but just sideline it for a minute. That suffered. Yeah, I got a story there for you. A third of it's kind of about a coffee shop. After I'm done with this buffet story, so they're at Country Pride, not Iron Skillet. That's Petro. They're basically this affiliated truck stops, but they're at the Country Pride. They had to sideline the buffet. I think they brought it back, but because they had to get rid of all the salt shakers, all the pepper shakers, unless you wanted to wipe those down. Everything had a plexiglass to it. And they figured all of this raw material for food. Subway had to scrap a lot of their food, throw it out, throw it away, which is wasteful. Because they're wondering, well, if we can't allow sit down anymore, what are we going to do? So there was just like there was just this surplus of stuff they had to toss. It'd be like, damn, that sucks. So they got rid of the buffet, which I guess now that it's back, it's a highlighted feature. But yeah, they basically had to rid it, and it was a big chunk of bringing in the foot traffic. But whoops, but because they had to do that, skip a table, the one seat over, the separate, all that bullshit, and so it just decreased business to half. I mean, I remember getting into it with restaurant, not yours, but into restaurant managers about like why we got to do the one seat over if I'm not wearing a mask while eating, and I have to put a mask back on if I have to get up, to the bathroom, or if I'm looking at the menu and not eating. I said, what the fuck is this? I don't mean to go off on a rant here, but it's just stupid. I said, I didn't realize germs take time off when I'm eating. As opposed, jeez, because I did that. I'd call them. I used to call sit down places over the phone, and I'd be like, "You require a mask?" And I go, "Do I have to eat a mask between bites now, or whatever?" She's like, "No, if you have to go to the bathroom, or if you're looking at the menu waiting." I was like, "Oh, okay. You know what? Just forget it. Just forget it. I'll just go to KFC and order my mashed potato bowl." It's the only thing I like there anyway. Oh God, it's gluten free. Um, yeah. Whoops. So a third of it's kind about the small businesses. I ordered coffee at this really, really beautiful establishment. It used to be a tavern. It was like yeah, oh, good for you. Well, you shouldn't. You'd suffocate. So the story for you, third of its kind, is I got coffee in Ohio. I forget where I was specifically, but it was basically like it was a 2-floor tavern. I'm sorry, I'm like shaking my wheel. It was this 2-floor tavern. Well, Jeffrey, if you went away, thanks for stopping by. All right, I see 2 people when he came in. He might be on his way to work. So I ordered coffee because I like supporting, not the big chains. I mean, the whole paychecks and the Star sucks as they could kiss my ass. So, and plus they're both woke. So I got coffee and they had their window open, but you were able to see inside from the outside looking in. And it was basically like this 2-floor. It was like this. It was nice. It was basically this 2-floor. Well, I guess at the time was a restaurant, but they had to shut it down, and they basically just had to be this takeout place, which really sucked. I know, just looking back on it now, I know it's a far cry from now, but it's just back then. I hope the place is still around, or at least found a way to survive of the mask thing. Okay. I bet you anything, if you put on a mask, you put it under your nose. Just uh, because when I flew last year, yes, I did fly, but they don't require masks anymore. Of course, it's after I'm done flying. So okay, that'll be the third story. So anyway, though, back to you. A third of its kind is that I ended up getting coffee from a place that was just in survival mode because they didn't want to shut it down. So they still wanted to still be open, but I think they were doing to-go orders only, and so you had to. Oh, those lights are bright. Okay. He just flicked his lights on, and they're really bright. So sorry if that kind of. Uh, no, it was you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. She did the snatch and grab, but the thing about it though is that she is white, so she would be noticeable. That's the thing. Oh, I'm not racial profiling. I'm just telling you the truth. So that's the story of it. Third of its kind is that these restaurants had to turn themselves. Well, they basically became a competition for Star Sucks. Because if you try buying food at Starbucks, all that shit is all refrigerated in plastic, and then they have to microwave it and heat it. It's not even real food; it's all packaged. You might just order from a vending machine. It's stupid, but people still do. I mean, when I shoe Polish Agnes. All right, so it's just. I mean, I think the only food I ever bought at Starbucks when I used to be one of them. Yes, I was one of them. Was I think the peanuts? That was it. Okay, and I'm not ragging on Star Sucks because I'm just some outsider looking in. I used to be one of them. I know what it's like to be one of them. It's a cult. It's a cult, just like an Apple owner. I'm kidding. What was the third story? Oh yeah, about flying. The third story I want to get to was about flying. If you're gonna fly anytime soon, hopefully not, because I suggest you fly Southwest because they're not only cheaper, but the first check-in is free, and then no flight change fees. Wait to make it sketch. I made mess and sold them. Oh, cool. Oh, that's so cool. I did the face shield, so what you were selling was not compatible with me. I did the face shield, so I walked around basically looking like a buffet sneeze guard or like a welder. That's what I did. So, if any of you guys are planning to fly anytime soon, you don't have to worry about wearing a mask. I don't think they require a vaccine passport. I don't think they require you to show proof of negative PCR test. Although they do have them at Love's Airport out in Dallas. I said, why? I said, what's the accuracy of these tests? You're just going to say I'm positive so you can quarantine me. Uh, so, you know, I'll be like, no, I'm not playing your games. SFI, okay. I think it's Trucker Appreciation Week. I don't know. Yeah. But the thing about making masks is that if I'm going to wear a mask, it better be something washable, and not just something that you just use and toss for that day. They're all made in China. You don't know where they're from. Um, yeah, because it's so funny is that I used to actually see if I could show you. See if I can show you. Here we go. I used to actually wear these inside Walmarts. I used to actually. So I used to wear these. I'll do the show and tell. All right, that's a show and tell, and then this one, you're really gonna laugh. And it said no entry without a mask, so I actually wore this. I don't know if you can see that. I actually, I actually wore one of these. Here, I'll just stick it right there, just so you can see it. I actually wore one of those. So, oops. This is how I looked when I used to walk inside the Walmarts. I'd be like, look, you require me to wear a mask. So, here. That's how I looked. When they reopened, they didn't make us wear masks. Oh, good. I, yeah. Oh shit, that sucks. I'm just reading. So that's how I used to look. I used to look like the hazmat dude. I haven't done a gym since Bally's Total Fitness, which is LA Fitness now these days, which I think converted back in 2012 in the world. Yeah. So I was actually dumb enough to go to a gym once. It was an all-day pass for $22. I said, okay, it's only for the day, so I basically made a day of it. Um, no, I actually have this in case I do hazmat or in case I have to clean out a trailer. So I actually do have that here. I'll take that back. All right, that brings back bad memories. I'll put that away. I'll put that away. No need for you guys to see that anymore. We'll put that away. All right, back to reality. Whew. Yeah. I don't have any of my face shields though anymore. I think I gave them away to Salvation Army. I was calling around to see if there were any hospitals, but no hospitals picked up. So despite the news of what they said, oh, hospitals are full, they're overwhelmed, they're filled. I said, there's no one even at the hospital. I thought they sent a whole bunch of nurses home. They were empty. They were deserted. And so, let's say they did a good job scaring. Yeah, it was. So I tried calling around to see if I could find any hospital that was willing to take any of my face shields, and I couldn't find any hospital to pick up the phone. I called everywhere. Dallas is a big city. I could drive wherever. I called everywhere, and nowhere had anything picked up. I was like, oh my God, this is stupid, So I figured the only place that you would really get caught wearing a face shield would be a hospital. I'm like, all right, let me call up all the hospitals here in town, and it's a major city, So I figured, all right, so they sent all the nurses. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by, third kind. Oh, it's good chatting with you. Enjoy the wine. Enjoy the wine. It's just gonna be Tara and I. Yeah. It was a strange time. Strange time seeing all the roads empty. Seeing how, at least in my case, I had to wait in line to shop at Home Cheapo. So because of social distancing, they had a limit to. I guess they started having capacity, not because of fire code. They did this because of a health code. I said, this is so stupid. I said, why are they doing this? So same story with Walmart. It was just started to jump on mass early. Yeah. All right, YouTube third of its kind. YouTube. All right. So it was last year around this time, I think that was when Biden said that he wanted to mandate. He wanted to mandate the vaccine for all employers or whatever. I said nope. I said if that's the case, I have to take a different route. Yeah, enjoy your evening. So that was when he had that speech. I said, oh no, I'm not abiding by that. And I'm glad. I said, we're forced to take a shot. We didn't. I mean, you want us to take a shot for shingles, a shot for flu, a shot for the cold, and do this every 90 days or every month? I said, no, this is overkill. So I'm not doing this. This is crazy. No. So that at that point you put your foot down. You say, you know what, that's enough right there. So that's when I knew I made the right choice of getting into my own business, doing what I do now, of being an owner operator. Because I'm sure if I were still a W-2 employee, it'd be a very different story. But I'm glad I did what I did. I know I should have done it sooner. Should have done it in 2020, but it's what it could have, should have. So I know, really, really long ass stories. So no need to look at the past of what could have been done, what have you. What matters is that just looking back at some of the restaurants that I did go to try to patron to help at least try to stay open. If I ever go back there, because I'm never in the same place twice, very frequently. If I ever get back to seeing those places that I was at before again, I hope to see those places open. And I'm glad your place survived too. I know the location of it's kind of discreet. And I guess the only way to really know that you're even open at all is to fly in and be like, no, I guess I could just try spamming a billboard that Love's Travel Center there just for people. Then you'll have a whole bunch of bobtails trying to park in the parking lot. That'd be funny. And then, that would be kind of funny, actually. But yeah, I haven't looked at the Trump schedule to see what his rally schedule looks like. But I will be in Florida next month, or in a matter of weeks. It's like some bowl party for DeSantis, his re-election bid. And then the month after November, that'll be Branson. That'll be out in Branson, Missouri. You could call that. That would be election day coverage, or I guess that would be like a viewing party, what have you. So that day could turn out to be exciting. We'll see what happens on that day. I'll make it a point to be there then. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's kind of what the schedule is looking like for me. Oops. But anything in between, unless anything does come up, can't think of anything off the top of my head. Huh. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Okay. Taste of Sicily near Hershey. Taste of Sicily. Taste of Sicily. Well, it must be a big Italian population there in Pennsylvania, just like New York State. I have not. They remained open. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there were places that I still went to that were like mom and pop, and there are some occasions. It's hard to say. There was one by Scranton, and they were open, but they had that table separation thing. I don't know whether or not your establishment did that 2 years back about and not use masks. Oh, thank God. That's kind of like see the tail. Okay, that's a bright light. I gotta fit. That light is right in front of me. I gotta. That dude's light's like really bright on me, so I gotta. Okay. Oh, good. He turned it off. Thank God. Jeez. It's this big ring in front of me that just flashes lights. There's some big ass lights. My God. Just like this dude over. Well, you can't see it because he's blended in, but he's got bright lights on too. Taste of Sicily. I gotta check them out sometime. Taste of Sicily. And to not use masks. Some places back in late 2020, early 21, I guess because they're restaurants, they were leaning on the masks. But I don't know whether or not when you walked in or were leaving, you still had to like you had to have it on anyway. I said, this is so stupid. It's just yeah. That's another story for another day about I could all of these restaurant stories about lockdown. It's just I got a lot of them actually, especially in okay lawsuit. You see a lawsuit and they won. Oh, good. Because you figured that whole part about I guess this was like early 21, so this is like okay early last year of where enough time went by to where places were able there was a track record of okay it's safe to like eat with your mask off. It's just and the whole part about yeah actually no were places still doing that back in shit I think they were I think it was this time last year I was in a restaurant in it was north of Albany, New York. Because I was there delivering Target. I hate that store. I never set foot in that store ever again. Bad memories that place. That's a very woke store, by the way. Target. Oh, good God. And I'm not a fan of Walmart either. Hashtag sore losers. But anywho, there was one restaurant in particular. And, well, I guess it was different because I was filming the time that I showed up to your place. But otherwise, if I weren't filming, I would have just sat at the bar. But, well, I think they're lenient now, but this was last year now. As recently as a year ago, these they wanted a seat separated from each person. I said, this is such bullshit. I said, are you kidding me? I said, when does the germ take a break between 6 feet? I mean, I can understand about closing the border. I know that germs can cross a border, but that was different. That was through transmission. But I'm talking like 6 feet. Just like, and instead all of the salt shakers and pepper shakers were replaced with the packets. You remember? They were replaced with the packets because I guess they didn't want to wipe down the shakers. It's not because they were getting stolen, but like they were starting to close off the bathrooms. It was just I said, what the hell is this, man? Just being this crazy. Definitely not living in normal times now. So it was just, I don't know. It was weird being in the line of work that I, being in this line of work back then. But just looking back, it'd just be like, we went through all that, and I still got sick wearing a mask, through shedding. So the mask didn't help. 6 feet apart didn't help. Staying away from people didn't help. And I ended up getting sick anyway. So all this time that I spent worrying, being a worry word, I got sick anyway. I got it. I caught it. And no matter what I did, I ended up getting it anyway. So I was just like this gun shy dude. Oh, that is a cool looking. Oh, is that a cool looking truck? There he goes. All right. Anywho, I know I have such a short attention span, but anywho, though, that was the story of what it was like for me to deal with the restaurant industry. Um, Obviously, if I do fast food, you could go in to order, but you have to leave when you get it. There's no sitting down. I said, "Oh, this is bullshit." You know, I was like, "You serious?" So, yeah. Well, fast food isn't good for you anyway, but still, sometimes I have no choice. And even when I do, I try doing dirty keto anyway when I does. So, I try being health conscious through that way. Um, I gotta check out that little Sicily place though. Oh my gosh, or Taste of Sicily rather. Oh, oh goodness. Yeah, it's a double in there. It's a double in there. There was one grocery store when you said that they refused to shut down and not use masks. It's actually pretty far from a truck stop, and that's Naples, Florida. Seed to table with Alfie Oates. He refused to wear masks. He doesn't do the vaccine mandates. He doesn't enforce the mask at all. And I wanted to visit him, and I don't know what's wrong with me. There was truck parking in Punta Gorda, which is 60 miles north. I was like, yeah, do I? And I chickened out. I don't know why I pussied out, but I did. Oh, excuse me. But I chickened out and wanted to visit the guy, and I missed out. I would have loved to have like met him, see him in person, see his kick-ass store. But he was at grocery store seat at the table of okay, yeah, with the owners. Oh, that's so cool. That is awesome. That's awesome. That's inspiration right there. Little Sicily. Oh, let me see the name. Taste of Sicily. I'm sorry. So Taste of Sicily. Oh, that's awesome. I got to visit there at some point and see what they're about. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good on that. That's good on that. Because I remember, I think all the bars and nightclubs were closed. So I guess in order to like hang out or like dance, you had to like go underground. Just it was just like the college dorm parties. You had to do it without getting caught, or you had to do it, but you had to like bribe the hall director or like whoever was in charge of your floor at the time. That's how it was with me back in the day. We had to be on good terms with the hall director and to have our underground party so we could like smoke up. Well, again, this was back in the day now. Okay, this isn't recent. Don't drug test me. Okay, this is like 2002 now. So it's just like, yeah, I'm dating myself. What's up, Brett? Hey, what's going on, Brett? Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Uh, Welcome, Brett. Brett. Yeah, we were just talking about restaurants that were able to survive the lockdowns, and then now we're on to college dorm parties. But um, yeah, frat parties or sorority parties in my case. In your case, it'd be frat parties. It's now making a total sausage fest. So yeah, no, just to fill Brett in on what we were talking about before. There was a restaurant in Pennsylvania there, Taste of Sicily, that never masked up or closed down, and so that's an inspiration of when these restaurants. Well, I don't know how they did it in Canada, but here in the stateside, restaurants, yeah, we like parties. Yeah, we do. The convoys themselves were parties in a way. If you think about it, not political party, but just like a party. So, um, but Yeah, I don't know what life was like for your restaurants up there in Canada. Whether or not I know they're not like what they are today, but back 2 years ago, we were just reflecting on uh, some restaurants just turned themselves into a takeout place. Some restaurants let four people in, eat at a time. So I guess maybe there'd be like a waiting list or people waiting. So I guess when a group leaves, and the group waiting can come on in. It's such BS like that. Yeah. All right. Question being asked to Brett. Question being asked to Brett. Hmm. Oh my God. Terry asked you a question there, but I don't know if you want to put that in the private to not dox yourself. That's fine. You could, I guess, put it in the private chat. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can also put in the private if you don't want to talk dox yourself, and that's cool. Um, no, I remember in Canada during the well, okay, this is going to be kind of out of Tara's realm here. The hockey playoffs there is that a whole bunch of players tested positive, so they couldn't actually play. I don't know which team it was. Right? How many teams does Canada have? Like three. You got the Edmonton Oilers, you got the Canucks, and then I think the Leafs. So I forget which team it was. Where south of Calgary. Okay. So there was one hockey team where a whole bunch of the hockey players tested positive, so they couldn't play, or a whole bunch of them sat out because they didn't want to get vaxxed. So in other words, for a hockey game, you had like 8 players. I don't know how much. What is it? Hockey? 5 guys on the rink at a time. I don't watch the sport, so I don't know how they were able to actually play the game at all. But yeah, that's how it was with Kyrie Irving because he needed a proof of vaccination to play in Brooklyn, and he didn't want to take the shot. And so what they did was that they just suspended him every home game. So okay, Winnipeg. Oh, Montreal. Okay, okay. I don't know who the Montreal is. Winnipeg. Was it the Oilers? Winnipeg. Was it the Jets? Okay, Calgary. Calgary's got a team. Okay, yeah, I don't follow it. Montreal. Montreal. I remember had a baseball team at one point, but there were a couple teams in there where a whole bunch of players either tested positive. So I don't know if that meant if you wanted to watch an NHL game there, Brett, that you'd have to show proof of vax, or you need your passport with you to be let into the stadium to just watch the team, and then you'd have to mask up while in your seat. It's just so stupid. I'm here to watch hockey. Come on, you know? Jeez, make it such a hassle just because I want to watch my team, you know? So that's how that was. So I figured, man, it kind of sucks. How the people live through it. Yeah, exactly. Herd immunity, and you figure, do I wear this mask forever? I mean, if I want to go to like every NHL game for my team, I have to wear it every time I want to go into the stadium. I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, man, this is a killer. Or was it? I think this did happen back home in Dallas. There's a hockey. Well, it's the only team in the state actually called the Stars. And in order for you to watch them, you had to wear a mask or just Canadian without proof of. Oh, all right. So the passport. So you needed the medical passport then, Brett, is what you're saying. Oh my God, it's killing me. So, um, yeah, I don't blame you for there. Because back in Dallas, I think this was last year. I don't know if they were in the playoffs, and I I don't follow the playoffs. Okay, I know that there's 7 games for each series, whatever. And then, but anyway, the Stars were playing, so they were handing out masks to everyone who was coming into the stadium. And what happened is that the entire stadium had like a floor full of masks just on the floor. It's so stupid. Yeah. In other words, okay, how do you show your patch? You show it on your phone then. So you have to download an app on your phone. What if you don't have a phone? What if you're an elderly person with a flip phone or the old Nokia phone? And that's what Live from the Shed was showing with that one chick with the dad at the airport, and Customs was hassling her about why don't you just download the app so we can get your dad through it? And she's like, well, it's my phone. I said, so Customs wanted the chick to download the app for her dad, not her dad. So I don't know, Brett, if you have any future plans of flying anytime soon, Air Canada or whatever, but oh boy, until this whole thing blows over, man, you better wait a minute. Just, I don't know, Amtrak, take a bus, want to visit the States, I don't know, Alaska, but it's a QR code. Oh my God. They had the QR codes at the restaurants because they got rid of the menu. So in order for you to, oh my God, that guy's light's really bright. You better flick them off. Okay, you didn't see much with that. Wow, his lights are really bright. I'm going to point it this way. His lights are bright as hell on me. Doesn't show on camera, but his his lights are bright. Okay, I don't know if there's any way around it. Those lights over there, those lights are bright too. The QR code is at the restaurants because they got rid of the menus. I said, is this a tracer now? You look, this is a social credit score now. Won't be traveling until who knows yet. But I was about to say, if you were going to fly, and the only thing that comes to mind is like Air Canada. If you'd have to wear the mask on a plane, I hope not. Here in the States, they got rid of it, thank God, because it took hell knows how long for the CDC, and I don't know if that's where Canada gets their cues from. Oh, hey, what's up, Josh? Hey, Josh is in the house. It's the first time he's visited. I hope the missus is out of the hospital, man. It pains me to see how you guys are in and out. Oh my God. I think this is the first time also you're hearing my voice. So that's Live with Joshua, folks. He has his live feeds. And unlike me, he actually shows his face on camera. I don't. But, I guess if you were to watch an Agnes panel, you'd already see what I look like anyway. So Live with Joshua does his lives. I'll plug Josh's channel. And it's usually him and his better half. And they basically tag team together, let you know what's going on throughout their day. Whoops. Oh, that thing just fell. I'm just at a truck stop. Okay. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm just at a truck stop here. So I'm just giving Josh's channel here a quick plug. And I guess just to give you an idea, not too many people here in the chat room, Josh, but we have here Brett Boyle, whose panel I was actually on this morning. So he does the same thing that I'm doing, well, that you see right here. He had his this morning, and then we have Tara. Tara Ashley is a supporter of what's that? The Freedom. Whoops. Okay. My fave just came in from work. Oh, cool. Back if you're still live. All right, cool. So Josh, that's Tara there in the chat room. Basically, she is one of the head chefs there at the airport restaurant next to Hagerstown. Because I don't know, like your history, like when you first started following the freedom movement, she was not that far from where they were at Hagerstown with the People's Convoy. So that's just a little backdrop on her. Sorry to hear about how the missus is back at the hospital. I hope she gets better. I like it better when you guys are at home than the hospital. So that's just a story there between Brett and Josh. So glad to introduce you two. If you two already don't know each other already, so it's just, but I like how Josh does this thing of how he talks to his audience. And he lets everyone know what's going on with him. And he doesn't have a set time of when he goes on. He just comes on when he comes on. And as oh yeah, we are having a we're having a time. Okay, I'm trying to straighten out this thing. This dude's lights are really bright. Oh, I have like this stand. I'm trying to put this thing on. All right, sorry if I have to have you stare at it like that. We are having a time. Okay. Third head on Facebook that you were one. Okay. Okay. I'm not on Facebook, so yeah. Take care, Tara. Yeah. So Brett does these too. He does the StreamYard thing, and again, Josh, depending on the kind of phone you have, if you go on Google Chrome, it's StreamYard, and then you just sign up with, I guess, your YouTube logins. That's how I did it here. And oh, oh, I didn't realize she involved. Oh, she, okay. Okay, dishing up dinner, barbecue cheeseburgers, potato salad. I love me some potato, man. You have the potato, you have the celery, you have the mustard. You got all that good stuff, man. I love me some and barbecue cheeseburgers. I was at Rally's. It's actually it's a fast food franchise based out of Florida. And I had oh no, I didn't. I had the chicken. I didn't have any burgers, but man, barbecue cheeseburgers. Oh, that sounds good. I wonder what kind of cheese you use. Are you using American cheese? Like North American cheese, as in like the continent? Oh, I'm from work. Gotta pay him attention. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. No, that is cool. So that's the backstory on Tara there. So she got entertained. She got to entertain a company that she has. So, don't want to take that away. All right. Dishing up there. You don't have to apologize there, Brett. Yeah. Oops. And I think, yeah, this is the first time that Josh is actually hearing my voice. He knows me from the chat. We've never, well, yeah, I don't think we met in person, but he knows that I'm not a troll. He knows that I'm an actual person. So hopefully he'll do a StreamYard and see what he wants to do with that. It's not that hard to get set up because you just use your YouTube logins to set up an account. Um, yeah. In the line of work that I'm in, I can't have a man. I'm sorry, that'd be a woman. And I figured that. I said, if I ever come across a chick who wants me to settle down, I'd have to sell the truck. Be like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sacrifice that. I'm too far into the truck note already to want to sell it. Strict standards with dairy, very strict. I gotta try me some of that. I'm lactose intolerant, so I guess I could tolerate feta, which I believe is already goat cheese. Haven't tried buffalo cheese. All these different animal cheeses, buffalo. I said, when do buffalo make dairy? But as a vegan wannabe, I try not to do that stuff because it's a form of animal cruelty. I know that makes me sound woke, and I am in a way, but diversity in thought. No, but the cheeseburgers sound really good, man. I wonder if you're making a double patty. You got the lettuce there thing going. You got the tomato. Hopefully the mustard. You got the onion. So yeah. Oh my God, it's bright ass lights. Hold on. I gotta. Those lights are too bright. I gotta point you down where we can bring people on screen. Okay. All right. Hold on. I gotta wait for the dude. Yeah, that dude's light was too bright to really show you. I didn't want to into our options. Okay, that dude's lights is kind of bright, but I think it doesn't seem. Okay, that's pretty bright up there too. Okay, absolutely kills me. Huh? If I do goat dairy, oh, we don't want that. Yeah. I looked up vegan cheese. It's made out of potato starch. Speaking of potato salad, The main ingredient is potato starch, and I think like mustard and nutritional yeast. I said, it's like this impossible or beyond meat, or as I like to call it, cheat meat. And I look at it, I said, not quite. All that genetically engineered and all the chicken DNA, the cloned chicken DNA blood, the DNA, the chicken DNA they get from cloned chicken blood. I know I don't mean to get all graphic, but that's how they make the beyond the impossible. I said, no, there's too much effort that goes into this. I am back. Not paying me attention. Oh. And what's your man doing there in the first place? Oh my God. I mean, if you gotta go, then I totally understand. If you gotta entertain company that you got's over. I don't want to keep not paying me attention. Oh my God. You better not be sitting on the couch watching sports. I used to do that back in the day when well, that was before the sports went all woke. But yeah, live with Joshua, barbecue cheeseburger. So he's got the barbecue sauce. Oh, barbecue sauce. Yeah, you have the paprika spice, and you add that in for the smoke flavor. Oh my God. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, WB. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, not paying too much attention. Gee whiz. You know what I mean? I'm just having my water. Oh, that sucks. His game. Oh, I didn't realize he plays sports. Oh, it's part of his game. Oh, unless he's watching a game. Oh, jeez. What's up, Mr. Q? A Terry cheeseburger. Mr. Q, folks, is from the NTD chat. I totally whipped out, man. I was on a conference call that coincided with Stefania Cox, so I missed out. That's Mr. Q. He doesn't play. He's a Chiefs fan. Okay, so it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday night. Okay. Made him miss part of his game. All right. To be honest with you, if you're gonna watch a football game, that you just watch the last 2 minutes of it. I mean, I did it with basketball. I said, well, that's the only part that he doesn't. Okay, you know, part of the game. I said, if you're gonna watch the game, watch the fourth quarter. Want a Terry cheeseburger. So Mr. Q is there when I watch NTD nightly news. Oh, good, he turned his lights off. And then I watched the Paul Graney. I watched the NTD business, NTD. So it's like North Texas, Boston, or NTD, Denver. So that's Mr. Q. And then Mr. Q want to introduce the rest of the audience here. This is just some of the audience here that's kind of part of the freedom movement that went on earlier in the year, the Freedom Convoy or the People's Convoy. Just to kind of give you NTD is good. Yes. So to introduce, because there's not many here in the room, Tara is actually a head chef at a restaurant. Well, I guess I call her head chef. Why the hell not? And it is at believe it or not, of all places, an airport in Maryland. So it's right there at the interchange of I-81 and 70. Now, okay, I'm looking. Now, Brett Boyle was actually part of well, I said I'll make him a part of the Canadian convoy. So he was part of it back in January, February. I'm just introducing you to everyone there, Mr. Q. And then there is live with Joshua, who is I don't know what you call him. Would you call him like a Mr. Rogers? Head chef. Okay. I think I titled my video interview with you like executive chef. Executive. I mean, it sounds prestigious. It's like, yeah, executive. Executive, we know that you're head chef. Be like, oh my God. Yeah. So she did cook my order. She cooked my meal when I was there. So Mr. Q, yeah, my bad for missing out on tonight, but I did watch Paul Graney with the business about the railroad strike. That's not gonna happen anymore. So yeah. Oops, new comments. So that is everyone there, Mr. Q. So Mr. Q is just like a troll like me. I'm in Kauai. Oh, wow, you're far. I usually on YouTube on front page with Scott Goulier. Oh yeah, Scott Goulier. Oh, that's cool. Front page. Ah, front page. I think I've watched them. Yeah. So Hawaii still did lockdowns anyway. I said, you're an island, man. No one's flying in. But I got to admit, though, I did see a bikini shot of Tulsi Gabbard. Boy, is she hot as hell. Boy, is she hot as hell. I know that she's former military, but I saw her swimsuit picture or what have you. Boy, she's attractive. Uh, yeah. Oahu. Or no, it's aloha. How you say goodbye and hello. Yeah. So I don't know what time it is out in your neck of the woods. Oops. I always have this thing falling. So it's 8:48 here. What time would it be in Hawaii? Would it be like 4:48? Oh my God. So I guess when people on the East Coast are watching their news at 10, for you it'd be like 3 p.m. You're like, oh my God. Like, wow. Yeah. Huh. It's 3:40. Oh my God. So I guess when you come into the mainland, that's got to be a jet lag. 3:48. Holy smokes. Like afternoon. Man. It's one of the states I haven't visited. Well, obviously I can't truck there. Um, and I already went over this about uh, with Canadian panels that I've been on. Is that obviously if I have to go through Canada to get to Alaska, I have to quarantine for 2 weeks. I usually go to Vegas. Vegas is Californicated though. That's the unfortunate part. Everyone from LA, I'm back. Bird called. Oh, okay, cool. Welcome back, Josh. Yeah. Whoops. Besides chatting. Yeah, so I'm just at a truck stop here, Josh. Just to let you in on what's going on with me. So I like doing these chats, hearing from you guys, seeing what you guys are up to, and I know the weekend's coming up. Actually, tomorrow. Might as well just call tomorrow the weekend already. Uh, so I guess I compare kind of your live feeds there, Josh, kind of like Mr. Rogers, or like it's just kind of like you and the audience. So it's just like you and the missus. You're just kind of talking to us, talking about how's your day, how's you know. I like these chats. Yeah, me too. They're always fun to be a part of. Yeah. So as I said, Brett did have his this morning. I kind of ran out of things to talk about, but that's okay. I try to fill the dead air, what have you. Oops. Try to let's have one of these bubblers. These chats. Don't mind that rag there. It's just a rag. Bird called. Oh, gotcha. Oh, thank you, Tara. I gotta come back. I gotta visit you again. I mean, whoops. Always have this thing fall. Oh my gosh. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Wonder if I could have it like this. The steering wheel. I'm trying to adjust this. I'm trying to adjust this to where. Oh, there we go. Have it on the steering wheel. I don't know if that's gonna work. Like that. Just look at it and appreciate it. Yeah, me too. Uh, yeah. Well, I'm glad to chat with you folks because again, I don't have a set time of when I come on and do these kinds of things, but when I do, I just kind of wait it out, look to see if anyone wants to flow in the chat room or what have you. But or I could pull a bread and just pretty much do 30 hours. I have no idea how you did that, man. But I mean, that's got to be a new personal record. I said a day and a half. Watch Zot when the Canadian trucker thing. I did too. ZNN or Zot. Now, okay, this thing keeps on falling. I gave her the idea. I said, I know you have universal health care in Canada, but you could be a dual citizen because I think Was it her brother that got arrested? Something like that. I try not to get too much into her window mount. Yeah. Yeah, window. That's how I should do it. I should do the window mount. Post a link to Brett's page. No, shoot. Should I? Here, let's see. Can I do that? Oh, no, hold on. See if I could post a link to Brett's page here. Let me try that there with Joshua, and then, all right, let me get to Brett's page. Oops. Let me try to share. I gotta share. I gotta share. Copy link. I'm gonna do this. Hopefully that helps. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I just posted the link there. Yeah, no, I could just put this up next to the window. Why the hell not? So when Zach got arrested, I figured, all right, they already have. It wasn't because Zach is two people. So that was okay. Just so though, awesome. You can see it here. So answering though, Miss Q is that that's one of the reasons why I think she fled to America after the arrest because she didn't want to stick around. Her channel's inactive right now, if I'm not mistaken. She went like overseas or whatever. Then she stopped making videos. So I don't know what went on with her. But she went like overseas. She did like some trips overseas or whatever. So I don't know if that means that she was vaccinated at the time in order to fly. So it's like, wait a second, you protested for something you just caved into. But the last I checked on her channel, which was like months ago, she really didn't have anything after a certain point. And it's like, and going back to what I said before about she started filming here, and her channel really grew. And so after she got I think it was her brother, doesn't really identify who. Okay, sure thing. What happened was that, or at least the backstory was that she came to film, I guess, because after that whole fallout came down in Canada in February, late February, she fled over here to film what was going on over here with the People's Convoy. And so when she did, she grew her channel to like 70,000. I mean, I don't know what her subscriber base was before, but it really grew when she came out here because she started doing members. I don't know, something about when your channel grows big to a certain point of where you do like members. And I said, what is this, Patreon? Is this like YouTube's way of doing a Patreon now? So she could have had the potential of like really reaching possibly even up to 100K if she would have stuck with it, but okay. Sub back. All right, cool. So that's I think is what happened there, Mr. Q. Yeah, I was mostly watching her and Beta Boy. I knew nothing about Polish Agnes at the time. Obviously, things changed when obviously both of them dropped out. So I didn't want to drop out of watching whatever convoy coverage still went on here. So yeah. So that is Mystic Q. Oh my God, in Hawaii. I bet you they still did lockdowns though, because that's still a blue state if I'm not mistaken. So they must have, because what's his face? Was it? Oh, it was. I can't think of the dude's name. His last name was Jones. He did coverage on that when they started closing on the hospitals and stuff. Be like, all right, Charlotte, yeah, died fast, yeah. Well, ZNN was Zot. They kind of referred the, yeah. But like, think about it: 70,000 subs. And I don't know when she started, but I figured that is a fact. I mean, that's like leaps and bounds growth. I don't know how long that channel was on at the time, but I figured that she got scared off with the. She ended up going back to Canada from here, but because she had school, and so I figured, well, why do you want to go back to Canada after almost being arrested? You know, it just yeah, very blue. Yeah, it is blue. It is blue. It is kind of blue, but we try finding like her replacement or someone like her, I guess. And oops, I'm just going down. Oh, okay. I watch Beta Boy. Oh, he posts much. He posts on Rumble. Beta Boy went over to Rumble because I think he got strikes while being here on YouTube. So he's like, screw that. So he's on Rumble, but you have to pay. Well, to live stream on Rumble, it's $10 a month. I'm like, no, I'm not paying just to live stream myself. This ain't Patreon. I'm not gonna grift my way just to post live feeds. It'd be like no. It'd be like no. You know, just keep it the way that it is and just free. I mean, you know, because the moment that I mean, one of the reasons why I think a lot of these live streamers grift, and I hate using that word, is in order to pay for the membership fee for the service they're using just to come, you know, just to come to their audience or just for the platform and be like, man, what a ripoff. Like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't around for Hagerstown. I would have liked to have been. That was earlier in the spring. Okay. Doubt he posts much. Okay, it's very small. Closed first. Oh my God. Kauai. Oh my God. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Ugh. Yeah, it's all that stuff, misinformation. You try putting a Trump. Well, actually, no. There were a couple channels I did watch the Trump's last rally, and those were not taken down, so they got away with it, which was cool. So his channel got shut down. Geez, that's why I need a backup channel. I mean, yeah, I've got the U-Haul channel, but um, what is that? I've got this channel. I got this channel. Obviously, I still go by U-Haul. I'm still U-Haul. It's just the name of the channel is not my name. I know how some people name the channels after themselves. I said no. I said your host is U-Haul, but the name of the channel is something else. That's how I decided to go about it. You know, when creating this channel. So, yeah, yeah. In Hawaii, but you go to Vegas often. It must be expensive living in Hawaii. Everything's got to be shipped in. Oh. But it must have been pretty cool to have Tulsi Gabbard represent you. Yeah, like, boy, she's attractive. Well, aside from being attractive, she's as intelligent as she is attractive. Put it to you that way. Boy, is she bright. She is bright. And former military. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just moseying along the truck stop here. This isn't a big box truck stop. This is. I don't even know if they have truck stops in Hawaii. I know they got trucking there, but walking. Yeah. Hawaii. So we're at the 2 hour mark. I don't know if you guys want me to keep it going or I don't know if Brett, if you want to go on, then I'll just jump on your. We alternate. We alternate. We say, all right, who is on next? I mean, if you want that, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. You know, we could do it that way. Whoops. That's why we're not a Rumble. Yeah, it's $10 a month. It's $10 a month to be able to. Yeah. It would surprise me if she changes parties because I don't even think that party even wants her anymore. Or to be an independent, kind of like Andrew Yang. Well, Andrew Yang has liberal viewpoints socially, but I mean, she's as much of a Democrat as Adam Kinzinger is a Republican. Put it to you that way. Yeah. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard is as much of a Democrat as Adam Kinzinger is a Republican. So, all right. Oh, looks like we got a guest in the house. All right, let's see. Oh, Brett, let's go ahead and add to the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing on to the stream Brett Boyle. All right, Brett, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, how's it going?
This is my first time of actually having you as a guest. This must be reciprocity for this morning.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We kind of cruise around the different panels. A bunch of us do panels, right? So.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone else. And usually when these guys do their other panels like South 41 or Big BC Live, it's on at midnight. I said, damn, how am I supposed to catch that? Be like, jeez. Yeah. Or like Beers and Cheers or Cowboy Mosh. Yeah.
Well, we have some other ones too that are Canadian, like Kirsten MVC. They go on sort of late.
Yeah. It's kind of sporadic yeah.
Yeah, we have a few of the Fam Jam that there's a few of us who do panels. Melissa's Freedom will do a panel too, but she usually goes on at like
1 a.m.
Yeah, you'll probably catch her first waking up in the morning because she's in Australia. So.
Oh, right.
Well, they're in Australia, right? So
South 41 tries to go live. I think I caught him once, and I think he waits around to see if anyone wants to join the StreamYard. Then after a certain time, if there's no one, I guess he just shuts it off and be like, oh, damn. Yeah. Watch Michael Salia. Whoops. Very percent true. All right. Michael Sala. All right, I got to watch that. Michael Sala. In and out. Aloha from Hawaii. All right, so Mr. Q is just going to be in and out. I can't believe that it's only 4 o'clock where Mr. Q is. You're like, oh my God, Hawaii. And I'm sure they have trucking there.
I'm used to it, right? Because I talk to the Aussies all the time. So, like, it's noon in Queensland right now.
Oh.
In Australia. Yeah, so you get kind of used to it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, New Zealand, Australia, yeah. You know, I'm just adjusting my vision here, or what have you. It's just a mom and pop truck stop. It's not any of the big chains. No, I don't know if up there in Canada you have the Pilots, the Petros, the Travel Centers of America, or Loves. I haven't trucked.
We got the Flying J's and the Petrocans and all that stuff.
Yeah. I hope that's not monkeypox that you got there. It'd be kind of scary.
Yeah. I heard right before I usually reboot my phone before I come onto these things, so
right.
I left just to reboot my phone, and then I popped on, and when I was popping on, I heard you talking about you're thinking about ending it or something.
Oh yeah, that was at the 2-hour mark. I was like, well, I'm at the 2 hours here. Do you want me to keep it going, or should I just wait for Brett to do his panel? Then I'll just jump on his. And then just bring a bunch of subs over to his channel and just be like, yeah. Because I did have Freedom Jeffrey hijack. Well, this is when I was on Restream. This is beforehand. So he actually hijacked one of my panels because with Restream, he restreamed my stream by making it a part. He basically occupied my stream with his subscribers. So he flooded my panel. Yeah, he flooded. Oh, is that Wendy's? Nice. Oh. Or is that Tim Hortons? Sorry, I didn't. I was looking at the sign. Was that Tim Hortons?
Oh, no, there's a Subway and a Japanese sushi place and the weed store.
Oh, nice.
We're going to the weed store.
Oh, sweet. CBD. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it I don't know how you drug test if you legalize CBD. Don't get me wrong. It's a plant. You know, it's natural. You know, it's grown. I guess you could say the same thing about tobacco and cocaine, but yeah, I mean, CBD does good wonders, man, but it's just, yeah, you have Subway in Canada. It's just like, you know, out in Colorado, I said, how do you drug test people? You're like, eh. And a lot of banks don't want to do businesses too because they're worried about the liability. They're like, do we really want to finance the weed store? Be like, this, it is a weed store. Yeah, here in the States, unfortunately, it's still considered a class. I forget which class, but I was like, eh. I mean, you could infuse CBD into almost anything you want. Just
Yeah.
minus the THC. Yeah. No, if you have to go in, go ahead, go in and do your thing. I'll just keep hosting the show. Don't keep me. Yeah.
I'll just be 1 second. I already know what I'm
Yeah.
grabbing. I'm just
Yeah.
grabbing
You're
something quick.
grabbing. Yeah. You're grabbing weed is what you're
Yeah,
grabbing.
but I already know what I'm getting, so I'll be really fast.
Oh, gotcha.
Stay.
That's what. Yeah. That's what she said. Yeah. So that is Brett Boiler, Broccoli Brett. I met him originally on the Agnes panel. So yeah. Um, so yeah, that's actually how I met a lot of you folk. Yeah, especially you, Tara. That's how I met you. So, yeah. All right, CBD store. I wonder if there's like an age. You have to be a certain age. Do they card you to buy CBD? Because I know there was like this one energy alcohol. It's called Four Loco, and it's basically Monster with like liquor in it. And a whole bunch of college kids got drunk and almost killed themselves on it. Now they have to regulate. I said, damn it. Speaking of frat parties and dorm parties. And Agnes helped get us going. Yeah. Yeah. Agnes is a person behind the creation of the channel. Agnes and Glory B. But Agnes inspired it. Glory B helped create it. So, yeah. So both of them made a love child and they made me. So, yeah, Scrubway's everywhere. Scrubway, I think there's more of those than Mickey D's. It's easier because there's less equipment, less space, less staff needed. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I think Dollar General is I wouldn't say catching up to Walmart, but there's a lot of them. You see Dollar Generals, they're so available as opposed to Walmart. Then Walmart, you have to put up with the parking lot of people, the long lines. Dollar General, you just go in. It's easy access, you know. But yeah, this is actually one of the first. Well, besides you, Tara, this is the first times I've had a guest on the show who wasn't Jeffrey.
Back it up.
Yeah, back memories. So you know what I'm talking about there, Josh? Yeah. Do they card you for the CBD thing? Like, is there an age limit to who could buy that stuff?
It's just the age of adulthood. So in Alberta, that's 18. So
Okay.
you're the same age to drink.
Sure. I noticed that when I went to Windsor, Canada, across from the toilet, and I said, "Wait a second! You could be 18 and drink. I guess you could be 18 to enlist in the army. You know, so I don't know what the gun laws are, but here in the States, it's quirky. But I said 18 is a drinking age in Canada. Some states here in the United States, it's 18 to drive, not 16. That's kind of strict. Yeah.
So it's different. It's also different. Oh, there's my friend. Howdy.
Oh, look, he's doing a drug deal.
It's also it differs from province to province.
Yeah.
So here in Alberta, where I live, kids can get their learner's license to drive at 14. They get their driver's license at 16.
Sure.
You can join the armed forces, vote, drink, smoke weed, everything at 18.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in the states have kind of their own thing. Well, they try to each state, the states. And so I don't get it if they try upping the gun ownership age to 21. I said, wait a second, you could join the army at 18. You're not telling me that some kid that comes home from the army is like a criminal now. You're like, that doesn't make sense. And the 18-year-old's not even old enough to drink. Yeah, because when I went to Windsor, and the clubs there in Windsor, right across the toilet there, it's like the clubs are really popping. I mean, that was back then, though. I don't know what it is today, per se, but it's just like, I remember that. This was Windsor, Canada, 2004. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. Back in the days of the nightclub, it'd be like, oh, cool. Yeah, I don't even know where you go for those anymore. It's kind of like a dead thing, like arcades. Oh, this dude's lights are really dim. Oh, his lights are dim. He must have his dimmers on. Yeah, ugh. His headlights weren't on. Anyway, it's kind of like a lost art, the nightclub thing. You know, it's like arcades, bowling, all these things that people used to do when they weren't on Twitter. So it's just like, oh, that's when people actually went on and did things and like socialized. Now these days, it's all it's all TikTok. It's just, I guess. I mean, if you want to, become a TikTok star, go on ahead. I'm not stopping it.
I used
I'm
to
not on
work at the
TikTok.
bars,
Yeah.
bouncing and
Oh.
shit. So
Oh,
I
nice.
actually went to bartending school.
Oh, cool. Hey, it's Joe
Yeah,
3033. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just introducing someone in the chat room there. It's another dude from who I troll the NTD channel with. So it's Joe 30330. So he's awesome. I think he's unfortunately out in the People's Republic of California, or as I like to call it, Calizuela. So it's just, I mean, they're pretty much their own country. They run their state like their own third world country. It just be like, I forget what event that was where Trudeau showed up to L.A. for the event that in the he like shook hands with Gruesome or Newsom. I forget what event that was. It had to have been like the it wasn't like climate summit. It was some event. But I know that Cass Trudeau was there. He was up on stage with Gruesome. I said, two of a kind right there up on stage together. Be like, oh man, it was sick. Yeah. Comrade, yeah. What's going on, comrade? He's a fellow comrade right there. Yeah. I wish we could make some parts of Canada the 51st state of the U.S., but I know that takes some work. And there was actually one congresswoman in New Mexico, of all places. She wanted to actually bring in Canadians for DACA after the whole fallout thing with the horses. That was so terrible. But there was one congresswoman from New Mexico who actually wanted to bring in Canadians and said, if you want to escape that authoritarian ruler, and he knows he is. He's a WEF guy anyway. Come to America. We'll grant you amnesty. I said yes. What is that? A cat? Sounds like a cat. Oh, sorry. It sounded like there was a cat back there.
Yeah, the cat's in the truck with me. She's decided
cool.
she likes hanging out in the truck with me, so we went for a drive today.
Oh,
she
nice.
wants out now.
That's so cool.
Oh, just calm down. We're 2 minutes.
I wonder.
She's been getting a lot better in the vehicle.
Oh, gotcha. I wonder what cats drank before milk. I mean, would they just try to like hunt the nearest cow and then just like milk themselves, milk the cow? I always wonder what they drank before milk. Like, would it just be water? Is it a stereotype that cats drink milk, or they really drink milk?
Mine drinks water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never knew where the concept came from of we're feeding the cat milk. Just be like, okay. I guess we could feed it milk.
Well, she's gonna walk out in front of the truck now on the hood.
Oh, nice.
You'll get to see her there. She goes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there goes Kitty. Hey, Kitty. Yeah, that's cool.
She's actually a really good cat.
Well, I'm sure they are. They're under good care taken from you. So I trust that they're good cats because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, no, she's a really good cat.
Yeah. Well, you want them disciplined. You don't want them tearing up the curtains and everything, and just because I used to live with an obese cat. It was actually a diabetic cat. It was a cat that needed to be insulin injected. I said, "Oh my God, it's a cat, not a human." Be like, "Oh my God." That's it.
Are you hungry? You want that feed you?
Talk with her about rare earths. Yvette Harrell, rare earth minerals, or that's interesting. Joe 30330. Huh. All right. So our guest in the chat room narrowed down which congresswoman that was. I said, we don't want a wall on the northern border. You know, we know that border's closed. But I go, man, if Canadians really want to come here, I said we should just grant them amnesty. Just give them social security numbers already, and just have them vote. I mean, you know,
It's
we.
actually the other way around. We have U.S. citizens coming, or I'm not sure. Maybe they're illegals in the U.S. I don't know, but we have our borders being flooded from U.S. people coming from the U.S. to Canada. They're
Oh
coming.
my God.
We're not going down there. They're coming up here.
Uh, you know, there's Mexicans escaping Mexico City because of all the Californians moving in there. It'd be like, wait a second, that's like totally reverse role. It's like a bunch of Californians are moving to Mexico City and they're taking over. So now the Mexicans are leaving and heading for Texas. I'd be like, oh, come on. It'd be like, we have to deal with enough caravans as it is. We're already busing them, you know, into DC.
Click the panel. Sorry, I was just reading your banner.
Click the pin link to call in. Yeah, operators are taking your call. Yeah. No hablo español. Yeah, we don't speak Spanish, so it's just English here. Yeah, operators are standing by. I don't screen the calls. Just show your face. Who's that? There's New Mexico.
He knew who I was.
Yeah. Pin link.
I think I'm pretty difficult to impersonate. I know people have tried, but
yeah, it'd be tough. Wait a second. So, controlled materials. How are they Chinese controlled? I'm reading Joe's comment here. Let's see. Chinese controlled. You mean like the Chinese mining companies? Oh, we're fucked then. Here in the States, if that's the case, we're fucked. We're screwed already. Because the Chinese and between BlackRock and Beijing, they're already buying up land here in the States already. So that's how they're going to, I mean, they're already kind of declaring like land wars, or they control the markets.
Yeah.
Controlled materials. Ooh. Because I'm thinking if the only mining companies for rare earth precious metals or rare earth minerals, and they're all Chinese mining companies, I said we're screwed. Because, you know, I mean, it's just like sweatshop factories, but for rare earth minerals or precious metals. I know you were recycling metals earlier today, but I know they like the copper's. There's value to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna feed my cat here real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Feed their kitty.
Yeah, she'll get cranky if I don't.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Rare earth minerals. So, yeah. And there goes Brett. Gotta feed the kitty.
Oh yeah.
They manipulate the markets. Oh my God! Just like real estate wars. That's what I was gonna say. So Beijing's taking us over from there. I'll be like, oh my God. So you kidding me? Said the Chinese are going to take over America that way. See, that's why one of the things Joe 30330 is that anytime I do Chinese takeout, I turn my phone off. I turn my phone off anytime I step into those restaurants because, you know, the whole thing about Russia phobia, how we sanctioned Russia. So we're supposed to boycott. What's mine? Mining done. One Mine USA, that's owned by China. Oh my God. 85%, yeah. So it's real estate wars. It's land wars. The refining done in Canada, China. Yeah, might as well be Canada. Only one mine in USA. Well, it's the environmentalists, I think, that are really putting a stop, or the Native American tribes, because it's on tribal land. Oh my God. One mine in the USA. Let me guess, that's Nevada. That's got to be out there in Nevada, out there in the canyons. I know where you're talking about. There are pressure. Like, for example, in upstate New York, they have carbon, but the environmentalists don't. want want that to be left alone. So, those people living in New York State really have it hard because they got to deal with that in California. Oh, it's in Cali? Oh, wow. I thought it was in Nevada. I thought it was, all right, I must be thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking precious metals. Oh, wow. Mountain Pass. Okay. Interesting.
Excuse me.
That is interesting there, Joe 30330. Huh. Interesting. Wow. I wonder if the environmentalists are preventing any more mine, only one mine in the US of A. I wonder why mines refining in China. Oh my God. I bet you anything it's because they use all that organ. I bet you they process it's all that organ harvesting region in the Uyghur region. I forget the name of that region. That's Western China there. That's got to be Western China in the Uyghur region where they do all the organ harvesting. That's where I think all the refining's done. That's where all that sweatshop labor is done at. Oh my God. Ah, that's a killer. Wow, that's a killer. Huh.
All right. Cat's fed. She's happy.
Oh, that's good. All right. No, I was just talking to the chat to Joe 30330 about what is that about? He was mentioning about how China, the real estate wars of how China's taken over America just to, and then Joe was mentioning the minerals, the not the mines, and the processing, the refining done. Because I know because China undercuts the market. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that a quarter of the gas that we get is from your country, so we rely heavily. It's not Saudi Arabia. It's not the UAE. It's not Russia. It's definitely not Russia. I mean, we could sanction Russia. I mean, not that the sanctions really even mean all that much of any. Well, I don't know if you want to call that corporate greed or not, but it's like it's not like this country really needed to rely on Russia the way that Germany does. So that's just that's just a killer. So you figure, what is it? Most of the oil, or a lot of the oil, we have to rely on Canada for. Now, in this case, China, what they do is that they refine the precious minerals, the refined minerals. Let me go back there. Rare earth minerals. Okay, so the refinery, refining, is that a word? Refining. All right, thank you. Refining is all done in China. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. So Joe was mentioning of how there is one mine, but it's in Cali. It's only one mine, and I figured the environmentalists haven't jumped all over that and said, "Oh, you can't do that. It's not environmental, or it's not eco-friendly." Oh boy, yeah, it's kind of a rough going. And I was mentioning to Joe here that upstate New York does have carbon. They could, in other words, they have natural gas, but the environmentalists just they want them to just leave the land alone. So I know. Forget how long ago was it? Like the real major fires in the one Canadian province. I think it was in the same region of where the all the refining is done, or the like the big oil patch. You know what I'm talking about? I think
you're talking about the oil sands up at Fort McMurray.
Sure. And
they had a fire there,
yeah, they were huge ass fires. But I'm sure that the environmentalists were like, well, you should really leave that land alone. You shouldn't, I mean, because think about what Europe's going through right now just through the sanctions. I said, wait a second, we're supposed to sanction Russia, not ourselves. So it's just, now it's just to the point of where I guess home heating or cooking is just going to be done through wood. I said, well, that just leads to deforestation. I said, well, I don't know about that. I mean, it's probably the most environmentally harmful is firewood. It'd be like, oh, I mean, I'm not doing clean coal here. I can't do that, clean
Yeah,
coal. Uh, yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
Mm,
Totally.
yeah. But I'm glad, or at least I'm glad that we rely on you guys to get our oil from. So it's just because I know that's up there. I remember visiting up there, the Bakken Shale or something like that. That's like oil country up there.
Yeah.
But it gets cold as hell. That's probably what you guys dealt with earlier in the year, in Ottawa or what have you, whichever city was just
Yeah.
like, I mean, it frigid, like really frigid. I mean, it's like a really bite cold. It'd be like, oh God. So that was
Yeah.
harsh, but
We
you
didn't.
guys stood with it. Yeah.
We didn't do it in July. We did it when it was like -30 out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. You guys are troopers. Yeah. I mean,
People
out
forget
here
about
is,
that. All those
yeah.
people on those overpasses and stuff. It was like -30, -40.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
That's commitment. I said, wow. Yeah. Because I think I'd have to rewatch the documentary. It was on Epoch Times. I have to rewatch yeah, I have it on my app. I had to rewatch the documentary of what is that? Just the way of how that all went down. But it was just such an inspiration. That I mean, that was just so cool to watch. And I don't
That
care
was
of yeah, of how the CBC portrays it all. I don't care. Oh, half the country hates him, half of them doesn't. It just be like they want the country split. I said you were right when you said it before about how the media companies just want us at each other's throats. I said that's so true. I said that's so true. Yeah, like
yeah.
because in this country at least they're like another wing of the government. It's just like they're just like they're like the
Yeah.
mouthpiece for the government in this case. So
They're the propaganda arm.
yeah, it's exactly what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
We lost everybody at a chat. Just Joe's left.
I think so. I don't have the time. Well, no, there's no timestamp as to showing how long ago he left that comment. But yeah, it just might be Joe or what have you. But unfortunately, yeah, as I said before, he's stuck in the People's Republic of California. So yeah, I know he's got to be really suffering. Be like, oh my God, yeah, it hurts. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's beautiful weather out there all year long, but it's just like, there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off. It'd just be like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember, um, and I think Vancouver is a lot like Seattle in a way. Well, kind of. It's like
Yeah.
Canada's version of it. And I visited Seattle. Seattle back even as far back as 2005 had a homeless problem. That was 2005 already. I said, what the hell has changed? Well, besides leadership, obviously, if you want to call it leadership, but oh, I'm here. All right, Josh was still with us. Oh, cool.
Josh was still there.
Yeah. I guess they're just listening or what have you. I guess we don't necessarily have to keep it going active all the way or what have you. But usually Josh is on. He does his lives or what have you. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, that Joshua. So,
Right on.
yeah,
Yeah, I stepped up.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else in the chat really has the videos of their own, but if they don't, that's cool. That's cool too. No, I mean, no need to. Oh wait, did Joe leave audio is good tonight? Okay, all right. See you later, Joe. I'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow. Oh yeah, Friday. I'll see you on the chat on NTD. All right. Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, just giving Josh there the plug. So he's a good guy. I don't know whether or not. Yeah, I don't know when he's going to be on again. I don't know. He doesn't have the scheduled thing, or does he? Where you get to schedule it, so you get the notification that has like notify me. So I think when he just comes on, he just comes on. There's not really. It's like me. It's like there's not an actual schedule when he goes on. He just goes on whenever he has the time. And I don't know if you do it that way too. Well, that's good that my
Yeah,
audio is good. Yeah.
I'm super random on my channel, like super random.
Yeah.
Good to meet you,
Yeah.
Joe. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Joby
go
leaving.
on at random times. I never know who's coming on panel. It could be any random person.
Yeah.
Like, Fry TV comes on once in a while, or Mechanic Eric, or Agnes, or there's lots of people in the Fam Jam, like Deborah Jeffrey, and yeah, you never know. It's all totally random, but I
I
like it like
remember
that.
when. Yeah, I remember when Fried TV. Oops. Oh my Bluetooth's ready to run out. I remember when Fried TV used to be like the Tommy Temper of his. He used to do the restreams. I
Yeah.
used to watch his because I don't think Tommy Temper. He was kind of, I guess, recent in a way, if you want to say. I think Tommy Temper is more recent.
Well,
I don't
he's
remember
been
seeing him. Yeah.
he had posted videos of like the Yellow Jackets and stuff a few years ago, and like Tommy's been around a while actually, but
Mm.
there's just the restreaming of the Freedom stuff recently since the beginning of the year where it's like kind of picked up for him.
Hmm.
But he's been doing stuff like the past few years.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Yeah, like because I'm not a very big channel, right? Like,
Oh,
so it's
not
kind of
yet, at
neat.
least.
Well, yeah, it's kind of neat that people want to come hang out, like Polish Agnes and Fry and whoever. It's kind of
Sure.
fun to, I run a pretty tight. Well, you've been to my channel, it's pretty. I run a pretty tight ship there, so
Yeah.
people feel
But
pretty comfortable where they can just relax and be themselves and not have to fucking put up with bullshit and I'll just boot
yeah.
them.
Yeah. Exactly. I gotta switch my audio here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put myself on mute. I gotta switch.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, live with Joshua. I'll check out your channel there. Like I said, I subbed you up. I didn't spend much time looking around in there, but I just went quick.
Okay. Testing 1 2 3 testing. Oh, how do I
Yep.
sound?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
I switched audio because my earbuds were they're running dead on battery, so I got to charge them suckers. I was
Gotcha.
asking this all on earbuds, so I have no idea. I know I never actually really rewatch these or like once they upload or whatever, so I can never do an audio check on myself. I have no idea how I sound on this, so schedule in advance.
Yeah, I got a buddy that lives in town here too, and I was actually by his place earlier there today. But
Cool.
I just asked him like, "How's my video and sound and stuff?" And
Yeah.
he says it's great. So it's like, okay, good enough.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, because this is like a backup. Because I know when these earbuds run out of juice or battery, what have you, it's like, oh, I got to switch over to the regulars. Nothing wrong with that or what have you. I mean, these are pretty good. These are JBLs. And I don't know. There's this one brand, Skull Candy. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that's like. Mean, I don't know if they're like Sony or if they're like a reputable brand or if they're just kind of like the fashion trend.
I think they're
Called,
more like the fashion trend.
yeah, Skull Candy.
I just use the Samsung ones that came with my phone if I plug my headphones in.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, you could use those too. That's cool.
Yeah, I like free.
Yeah, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So you just stopped for the night then? There is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Are
my
you waiting
load.
for a load? Or?
No, my load is tomorrow, but it's afternoon, like it's past noon. So I'm just and plus one of the things. Whoops, but I didn't know anything about it. No, because one of the things, when I have the free time, I guess kind of like how you were this morning, you're just like, well, nobody's on. But if I
Oh
just
yeah.
go, yeah. So in my case, I look to see if who's on because I guess if someone's on, that I'll try to be a guest.
Yeah.
A few days ago, I actually was a guest on Tommy. Well, speaking of which, Tommy, he did do a StreamYard as he was restreaming, so I was a guest. So I guess I kind of like co-host, well, not co-host. So we were following that. He had the volume on for the restreams, right? Because he has a multiple screens. And then
Yeah.
he brought me in as a guest, so I was on for a little bit because
Oh
I
yeah.
was, yeah. So he's the cool guy.
Yeah, I'd done that with Tommy before as well. Actually, we had a night there where I popped on to his StreamYard and we talked for like an hour. But it was really neat because he was at the border blockade as well.
Oh, cool.
So there was actually two of like there was two of us that were down there on panel.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
So you were at the same event together, but you weren't together, or were you simulcasting? Or
No. This was I couldn't live stream them. I didn't know anything about these things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't see each other. We were down there different times, but yeah, he was down there as well.
I was wondering if you were at the same event and you guys just didn't know it. So you both kind of live streamed being at the same place, but you were in different places.
I didn't know him at that time.
Oh, okay.
That's how I ended up on YouTube, was being down at the border and then the backup blockade. We weren't allowed down to the border. And yeah, just people knew I was down there and wanted me to send them video. So I took some video and I just uploaded it to YouTube and shot people the link.
Sure.
That's how I ended up starting it on YouTube.
Yeah. I figured as far as like my skill set of like uploading videos or whatever, it's like I just went straight to the live streaming. And this just came to mind. I just remember seeing this somewhere in the news or what have you, is that I think in Ottawa, I think that Trudeau put up blockades that I don't think he ever took down. Or no, there's blockades, I guess it's around the Capitol.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if that was meant to keep the convoy out. I mean, but that's, we're talking about February now. It's September, and there's blockades around the Capitol. I mean, do I have that? We're going on past half a year. And
yeah, those roads are all still closed down.
So, I mean, they're just no longer roads then. They're just blockaded permanently, or just, oh my God.
Yep. Yeah, they're basically like pedestrian pathways now.
I was about to say, I said, if you're not going to, okay, this dude bright with his lights. Oh my God. So I'm just, the dude's right in front of me. His lights are bright. I don't want to blind you guys. Oh, okay, good. He turned it off. But because I was watching that, I said, wait a second. And I go, does Trudeau not realize that February is over and done with already? It's like, wait a second. Because I was looking at that, I said, what are blockades doing there 7 months after the...
Yeah, no, they closed those roads down. They don't want a repeat of that.
Oh my God.
We scared the shit out of them.
Yeah. I was about to say, this guy's paranoid. I said, I understand him like being embarrassed and humiliated enough not knowing what to do, but it's like, you know, just way past the fact. It's like, oh my God. And then he throws
the amount of money that was raised in such a short time, like the 10 million on GoFundMe and then another 10 million on Give Send Go, and that's not including all the other donations that went directly to streamers and stuff like that, right? So it's so the fact that it got, you know, we came together so fast, and the funding, like the fact that there was access to such huge amounts of funding so quickly, I think scared the shit out of them. Like, no political party raises that much money as fast. Like it is, you know, that probably scared the shit out of them more than anything.
Yeah, it wasn't so much of a party as it was a movement. So it was just really organic. It was really cool to see. And yeah, I mean, I think when Zod came over, it's like she brought a lot of that enthusiasm, that excitement on over. Because I forget what her channel was before, because I know she did reach 70 at one point, but I don't know what she was when she arrived to Hagerstown. So I don't know the growth rate, I guess, is what I'm getting at. It's just like,
Yeah.
that'd be so cool to see. Well, not Oreo, but like it'd be cool to see somebody like Agnes, I guess, grow to that kind of number. I mean, she deserves it after all. I mean, she loves everyone. She's neutral.
Yeah.
She's likable, you know. So it's really hard to want to hate her. So it's like I don't know too many people that call her enemies. So it's just like she's a cool
Yeah.
chick.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
this is great.
So Josh said that she was the one behind helping him make his channel. I'll be like, oh, you and me both.
Yeah, Agnes is great.
Mhm. I don't know if she's going to be doing her panel tomorrow that she used to be doing. I guess was kind of used to do in the past. I guess, but she'll be doing some flag exchanges supposedly here. I guess over the weekend. That's up in
Yeah,
Buffalo.
I
So
think she's going to Niagara Falls because
that's
she was asking me how close it was to me and if
oh,
I was going.
sure.
Niagara Falls is a very long way away. Like very,
Oh,
very,
gotcha.
very long way away.
Oh, gotcha.
Like a 33-hour drive.
Ouch.
That's the short way. That's if I were to cut through the US, which I'm not allowed in the US, so it'd be more like 40 hours or something. It's a long, yeah, it's way too far away.
You're not on the terrorist watch list with TSA now, are you? Or is that what you're okay?
No, no.
Yeah.
No, I have a criminal record, that's all.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Nothing
'Cause
major. Just an assault charge. Nothing.
No. It's all right.
Somebody picked a fight with me and I beat them. It's basically how
Oh
that
my
went.
God. Yeah. I
So, whatever.
I know that whole 14-day thing. It's like, and then at the final day, you got to test negative for the PCR test. I said, this is so stupid. I said 14. Who came up with the 14-day rule? It'd be like, you kidding me? 14 days. You know, I mean, because again, I mean, if I wanted to fly to Toronto and just visit, you know, just sightsee, whatever, just be like, all right, what do I do? Do I just hop on Air Canada from here, and then, or if Air Canada even comes out here, just, I, what is that? Is that the cats in the background? Oh.
It's weird. I know. I don't know. I don't fly in and out, so I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I remember taking the Amtrak. This was Seattle to Victoria. Then I think, did I go to Vancouver? No, we took the Victoria Clipper to Vancouver. But yeah, one of the things I did notice though about Victoria is that there weren't a lot of minorities. I mean, yeah, there were Chinese people there or what have you, but as far as like black folk or what have you, it'd be like there was no diversity. So it'd be like, oh, it's kind of homogenous, somewhat homogenous. I don't know if you. Well, I almost feel that way with Vancouver too. I mean, a third of the city's Chinese. So I took Amtrak, Seattle to Victoria. So we crossed the border. You know, they brought the dog or what have you. I don't know what it's like these days. Would you have to wear the mask on the train? Be like, oh man, this is ridiculous.
I know they had something set up on the ferry where you couldn't stay in your vehicles. You had to be on deck with other people. You had to wear a mask, and I don't know. It was. I haven't taken the ferry in a really long time, but I heard it was pretty
Stupid.
like, yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's this. Yeah, don't fly.
Like, Australia has it even worse than we do. Like
Australia's terrible.
They're getting just super screwed up the ass with their mandates and stuff. So
yeah, it's basically a prison colony. It's God. Yeah, and that I knew that Morrison was bad. I know. I asked some of the Australians that are out there in the panels of the chat room. I said, how do you guys deal with it or put up with it? It'd be like, oh my God. I said it's a prison colony. I'm like, oh my God. Couldn't leave your house. And I think New Zealand's no better. It'd be like, oh my God, this is terrible. Oh.
Yeah, all the Commonwealth countries have been hit real bad.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you're not coming down with Omicron. Oh, that sucks. That sucks if that's the case.
I'm smoking a joint.
Oh, never mind. Okay, gotcha.
I went by the
I
weed
thought it was
store.
another variant. Yeah.
No.
All right.
I thought long and hard about beer, but I was like, no, I'll just smoke a joint and chill out. And
That's cool.
I've been trying not to drink as much.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Going for
do
lagging
have
pretty hard
booze
for a
here.
bit.
Yeah, they do have booze here at the truck stop. I don't know how. Just be like, yeah, but they do, and it's weird because they sell beer at drugstores like, you know, Walgreens or well, I don't know about CVS, but Walgreens they do. I said alcohol from a drugstore. It's, I mean, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, they used to have it here where you could buy cigarettes at the drugstores, and they changed all that like a decade ago.
Oh,
Something
gotcha.
like that. Where yeah, there was like somebody went, it's not really a good idea if we're helping people get healthy, which like, it's pharmaceutical. So,
Big pharma.
but yeah, so it's like it's kind of weird. Just like how do we get them healthy if we're like selling the cigarettes? It's kind of like counterproductive.
Yeah, I wonder if they did it
Stop
that way
doing
with
that.
booze too. Be like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Now I feel like drinking again.
Oh, when was the last time you drank?
Oh, not too long ago.
Hmm.
Not the last fireside chats, the one before. I drank another night though, I think, in between there.
Oh, gotcha.
I've drank, my birthday was on July 21st, and I think I've drank probably like 4 times since then or something.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah.
I had fireside chats that night. It was good.
Yeah.
Lots of people. Fry was on panel, and Freedom Squirrel was on panel, and lots of people came in. It was a good time.
Cool.
Yeah, people like the fireside chats.
I think that's a good name for the panel instead of just calling it a panel. And it's basically what it is. It's a fireside chat. It'd be like, oh, hey.
Yeah. Like the conversations that take place are like really anything that you could have, just like randomly sitting beside a fire at a random person and striking up a conversation. Like those are the kind of conversations we have. Like it could be anything.
Yeah.
Light or heavy.
Yeah, that's like a convoy get together or a gathering. It'd be like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah.
people seem to like it. So I know a couple ago when it was only just a couple of weeks ago. I was at like 330 subscribers, and I did a fireside chats.
Sure.
And when I was done, like I looked like half an hour or an hour later or whatever, and it had like 500 views. So I was pretty shocked because it's like, well, I have 300 subscribers, but like the video that I just did has 500 views already. Like that's pretty positive. So
I did a short video that had near that number. It was like 466, but I only had like 150 subs. It was a short video though, so it's like a TikTok wannabe. It's like YouTube's TikTok wannabe. So I'm reading Josh's comment here. They sell beer at the dollar store. Are you kidding me? I mean, do you get like it's not really a dollar store. It's more like $2.75 store. They didn't have tobacco products at Walmart. Well, at the cash register they might. Or where do they sell that? It's near the cash register because of the visibility. Didn't have any tobacco product.
I was lucky too, where I got a shout out from a guy who went viral in Ottawa because I made a video. I made a video just about something I stumbled upon in our parliament, and I had posted it to his comments, and I was like, "Hey, I just did this video. Like, check it out." Like it had to do with the video that he just made.
Sure.
So I was like, "Oh, like here, check this out, whatever." And for whatever reason, he clicked on it and watched it. and then like did a whole video about me, about what I said.
It was a reaction video. Yeah, it was a reaction video to your video.
Yeah, he's like, go like check out what this guy has to say because like that's important type deal thing. So, and when he did that, I got a bunch of subscribers.
Sure, that's cool.
Yeah, getting shout outs is definitely helps grow, like, yeah, big time. So I like that about our little like fam jam that we have going on, where we definitely like push each other's channels, and like we kind of, this person's going live or this person's live, so everybody, we're shutting down, so everybody go over there, like, and you'll see the same crowd of people type deal thing.
It's a jamboree. Dollar General and Family Dollar. I've never been inside Family Dollar. Well, I think once, but that place was like garbage. Or I usually just only go to Dollar General. I'm just in response to Joshua. Dollar General, because Dollar Tree doesn't really sell groceries, or I shouldn't say groceries. Well, actually, no, they're not really known for it, unless maybe Aldi. I see Aldi more of a competitor to Dollar General than Dollar Tree. So, yeah, Dollar Tree doesn't sell. Yeah, groceries. Yeah, groceries like Dollar General. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I was just in response to Joshua there. So I think he'll go on live tomorrow. Now, what time that is, I don't know, but his thumbnail is like a helicopter landing. It's pretty cool. That's like his that's his thumbnail. So
Gotcha.
I get the notification, but you'll recognize him when he goes live, because I think he's a lot like us. So, well, unless anyone else is on, going live or whatever, just be like, why not just go live tonight, see what happens, see who shows up, see,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be competition if there's a lot of people live.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, but I'll do that often, where I'll be like, I'll go through my subscriptions and not see anybody live and be like, I'll like kind of think and like double check, like, is anybody going to be going live? And if I don't know of anybody or anything, I'm like, fuck it, I'll pop on. Like, that was today.
That was this morning.
Like, yeah, and it was slow, so there was like, there was a number of people that kind of came in and out. And, but it's fun. That's why I did it, right? Where there's like not a lot of people on, give a place people to come and like pop in, say hi, like chit chat about whatever, like just throughout their day.
Sure. I guess it's like a fireside chat, or just like a hey, what's up, or
it's just like a hangout.
Yeah. You have to go to Sheets. Yeah. Or you go to Wawa. No, but Wawa's not by you though. Or you could go to Ritter's. They're almost the same. Yeah, Sheets. Yeah, because I know there's also Ritter's. No, I'm just in response with Joshua's comment. It didn't have any impaired. I wonder if Walgreens has nicotine products. Walgreens. It'd be like, well, wait a second. You're a pharmacy. You'd be like, yeah, exactly. Well, we got to cure them somehow, don't we? Jeez. They're enabling a habit that they help cure. That's Walgreens. That's Walgreens for him. He likes Aldi. All right.
So are you on the free StreamYard, or did you upgrade?
No, I did the freebie, so I don't know what stipulations that I have or the limitations that I have. Like if I have X amount of hours a month to do this. Oh, damn. How many hours do I have?
I can't remember if it was 10 or 20.
Well, I'll test out the limit somehow. Maybe by the time I get to the 20th, I'll already hit the 1 month mark, and then I'll refresh the 20 hours.
Yeah, and then you can have 6 people on panel instead of 10.
Oh, yeah, 10 people. It's hard to really hear. Because I know with Cheers and Beers, that was a channel I just stumbled across like recently. That was near 10. That was like 8. Well, it was like 8. I was like, oh.
Yeah, depends on the channel. Like I've had 10 people on my panel before, and it's actually not so bad. Well, Viola didn't stay long. She just joined so that she could be the first one to be number 10 type deal thing.
Oh,
But
cool.
I've had a full panel a couple times, and it's, I don't know, depends on the channel, I guess, and the people that frequent it, because lots of times there's obviously talking over people that happens, but lots of times I don't know, I find a lot of my panel members are pretty respectful generally. If they're not, they
that's
usually
good.
get the boot. So because I run a pretty tight ship, I don't like no fucking around. So
Yeah.
no,
Well, I
it is
don't
20
blame you.
hours. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was 20. Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can
I'll look.
cruise for those hours. I mean, you're already live for almost 3 hours here tonight, right? So it
Yeah.
doesn't take long.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured I could also maybe just do a second YouTube account, then just I could alternate back and forth between between channels. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I would just create another StreamYard then in that case. It would just, but you have to select the destination. I wonder if you could do that.
Yeah,
Create a new StreamYard, but the destination's the same. Yeah, I
I'm not
guess I
sure
could
if they
try it.
track that through IP or what, how the device, or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how they would track you down, but no, I have no idea how many hours I'd burn through a month or I'd go through a month and be like, hey, never tried it. Obviously, this is my first time.
Yeah, I did the same thing where I was like, I just did the try, like the free thing, and it was like 6 people is enough. Like, you know, as you
Yeah.
said, you start getting more than that. People start talking over one another, and I was like, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Like, no guarantee people are going to tune in, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just see how it plays out or whatever. And yeah, people were liking the fireside chats, and I was getting people coming in. So it was like, okay, well, like people seemed interested. So it was like, I paid to upgrade it. So have that for the year.
All right. Joshua says 20 a month, 20 hours a month. So that's,
Yeah,
yeah, see how fast I could burn through it. I mean, we'll see, just,
it doesn't take long.
yeah. Set up a second account or what have you, then it just alternate back and forth. And do it that way too.
Well, like especially like I started to do the fireside chats, right? So I mean, do one of those or something, and poof, there goes like 6-7 hours, right?
Or in
Like
your
that's
case,
only
30.
three of
Yeah.
those a month.
Yeah. So it'd be like, yeah, if I do the 20 a month and I do a 30-hour, it'd be like, all right, I just burned them 1 month on the one fireside.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. 20
Yeah.
hours a month, and I did a 30-hour stream.
Yeah, I just took away from the next month's trial. It'd be like, oh damn. That's
I
funny.
didn't realize that was quite such a There's still people
Yeah.
talking about that. It's weird that I didn't really kind of think much of it, but apparently that was a really rare, weird thing. I did 2
Yeah.
in a week.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Plan on bringing people on. Yeah, that's StreamYard. So that's just Joshua talking to the chat or what have you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, bring on StreamYard and do your thing. All you need is Chrome. And then obviously your YouTube account. And then you're on, yeah. So man.
Took a minute to get everything connected for me too, but first I had to like reclaim my fucking Google account, because like the Google account that I made, I just set up like when I was pissed off on a whim, like a fucking however long ago, just like to an email that I never used once. Like I made the email just to make the Google account. Like this is years and years and years ago, right? So and like now everything's all permanently attached to it. It's like, oh, like I don't even I don't know the fucking password for that. Like I never used it. Like okay, so I had to like go through and like reset passwords and like associate new emails with the accounts, and it took a hot
it's all
minute
attached.
it took a hot minute to kind of set everything up, but once it got set up, it was pretty easy.
Yeah, no, because everything's all signed up through that Gulag account or what have you. Be like, wait a second, I made this thing back in 2013. I don't remember that. Be like, wait. Unless, of course,
I only made it to make a troll account, so.
Yeah, because the email I made for this YouTube account is just a dummy email. It's not an actual you make it just for the YouTube. You're not doing it for the email. It's like, all right, well, Gulag makes me make an email in order to get a YouTube account. I'd be like, all right, just make one up. Just make up a dummy account.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that was like I did that years ago, right? Where I was, yeah, some of my adversaries, let's just say, I was pretty vocal against.
No, gotcha.
I've
Yeah,
been,
Trudeau.
I've been booted a number of times from like I'm on. I don't even know how many Facebook accounts I've had. Like I'm on like number 6 or something. I don't even know.
That's
so
funny.
yeah, it was nothing to just like go make a new email, like go make a new fucking whatever, and
yeah,
get back at them.
Sure. You're like, yeah. But that one was just set up just for that. Just for that reason alone. It wasn't for the email. Be like,
yeah,
I'm not doing this actually check email. I'm doing this for the YouTube. So it's like a YouTube email. Because that way, once you make that one email, it's like, well, it's only for the YouTube. It's not. I'm not actually going to use this for anything else, but I mean, that's why it's a dummy account. It'd be like, that sounds about right.
My cat ate dinners now. Is like sprawled right out, having a great big old nap.
That's funny.
She did really good today, though. She kept on hanging out in the truck all the time to smoke, right? Like, 'cause I don't smoke inside and shit like that.
Sure.
So, yeah, she's been like hanging out outside with me when I've been out here, and she was like insisting on coming in the truck. So I was like, all right. And she made herself a little bed in the back seat there to fucking shit. And yeah, it's weird. I was like, fucking took her for a drive today a little bit. Yeah. She actually did really good. Cool. Usually she freaks out about the vehicle, but she's been doing.
Was it only recently that Kitty was in the vehicle a lot, or is this a new thing, or is Kitty
that's a very new thing?
Oh, okay.
No, it's a new thing. She usually hates the vehicle. That's why I was so surprised that she wanted to come in here and hang out. And then it was like all chill while I started driving around.
It's an account that you use at the public events to get the freebies. Oh, right. Yeah, that's a dummy account. Because I do have an email for this channel, what have you. I don't do anything with it. It's just the account for the YouTube. It's just nothing else but. Yeah, and as far as getting the freebies, I guess you could use the dummy email. Because that's one account that, that was a mistake because that's the thing with Mechanic Eric is that he has no contact info on his page. So in order for me to communicate, at least back in the day, I had to leave comments in his comment section, just like hope that he gets around to it.
Yeah. I've done that too.
Yeah. Just be like, well, there's no really way to communicate it. Just be like, I'll just leave a comment. Hopefully he gets to it in time. Just be like, yeah. Just use YouTube comments as like a Twitter. Like, hey,
I haven't seen him for a few days.
Yeah. I don't know what he's been up to. I hope he's okay.
I'm sure he's okay. But yeah, I haven't seen him for a few days, so
well, it's kind of scary not having something. Hopefully he's okay though. That's the thing. It's like
yeah, I don't. Yeah, you would think if something happened, somebody would have heard something by now.
Or he would have put it in his community page, and it would have been like, "Hey guys, it's been a minute. Well, unless he doesn't want to talk about it, then that's different." But
yeah, I wish I could do fucking community posts.
Same here.
That pisses me off. I can't do community posts yet.
Yeah, I know. Requires 1,000 at least. Just be like,
Yeah, the Vic BCs, they were able to do it at 500. So they must have got like grandfathered in where they had their channel before the changes were made or whatever. Because I'm over 500 now, and it's been more than a week, and I can't make a community post yet still. So
yeah. That's limiting. I wish I could make my. Well, I barely have much of a channel, but still, if I just be like, damn, that must have been a workaround.
it wasn't, it wasn't very long ago. I was at 150 subs. Like we've all
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah.
Some people like having their subs that low. I visited a couple channels where they don't want more subs. Like, can I advertise and pump your channel? It's like, no, that's okay. We're good. Like,
Oh my God. Yeah, that wasn't a private channel you stumbled across now, was it? It'd just be like, seem kind of private.
well, people like their nice little quiet spots to hang out and
Sure.
have their little community and not have to worry too much about too many fucking strange trolls and shit all coming in and creating problems.
Yeah.
The one channel's really neat.
Yeah.
She set up a couple cameras and you get to watch shit. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we don't need any more Escobars. I mean, one's already too much. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm way more mean to them than he's been in my chat. So, and he still hasn't blocked me in his chat. So,
oh, nice.
It's fine. Yeah. I know Queenie was busting my balls about it today, but it's like, I've said way worse in their chat, and he's still left me alone. So he's been more respectful in my chat than I've been in his. So if he's not banning me, it's pretty fucking hard for me to ban him. Like, like that's just a dick move on my part if I did that. So
yeah. Unless he's got thin skin or he doesn't care what you have to say, just be like, okay.
Nah, I think he's trying to win me over.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where Carl's been hanging out and shit. Fuck that guy. So.
Yeah, screw that guy. Yeah, he's a troll. He ain't nothing but trouble.
Yeah, he's an asshole. And I have just for everybody's reference, so that everybody knows, I have no problem saying this stuff because I've said it all to their faces, or like to them.
Like, sure.
They all know exactly how I feel, so it's not like I'm talking behind somebody's back. I've said all this directly to these people.
Yeah.
Multiple
so they
times
know already. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same as like me calling WYSIWYG an asshole. Like I've told him that bluntly, right straight to him a couple times. So it's it's not a secret. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's Wizzy. I don't know if he does the phone thing or if he does the kind of what we're doing right here with like, because I know both. He does the call-in. Oh, he does both.
Yeah. So yeah, like he had Pull with Agnes up on panel the other day or whatever, and then also took a phone call from Santa or whatever, however the hell that worked. I don't know.
Yeah. So he's trying to be his own talk show now. Well, I guess you could almost say the same thing of what I'm trying to do here, but it's different. It's not quite the same. I'm not clickbait, so it's just like, and plus he has a different setup than I do, so it's just, yes, his thing, I have mine.
Well, I didn't think I was clickbait, but apparently I am.
That's funny. Now you get to the 1,000 subs, man. That'd be pretty cool. To have you get to the 1,000 subs. So I mean, once that hits, it'd be like, all right, you can finally post community. It'll be like, all right.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal. I know. I didn't even. It was weird because I actually like went from. In one night, I went from 400 subs to 500 subs.
Oh, nice.
That was like right during one of my 30-hour live streams there.
Oh,
the first one. And I didn't really think much of it, but like people were like, "Oh fuck, right on, 500 subs or whatever." It's like, actually, that's pretty good considering where I started a few months ago, right? Like,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's just like doing what you've been doing, just like going around, getting on different panels, like interacting in different rooms, and participating, and people knowing who you are, and like. I've created some kerfuffle in some places that I've went to, right? So, like Agnes's panel.
Yeah. No, there was one channel.
Agnes's panel.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, but there's other channels too I like to, even if if they're like small channel, or the channel that you said too about like they don't want you to advertise them, or but I
Yeah.
like being a guest. Like I guess one channel that comes to mind is 41 South. So it's just like I like guest appearing. I guess just kind of make an appearance or guest appearance on other people's. It's just that recognition or the
Yeah.
you know get yourself out there and just be like, oh, this is who this guy is. This is what he does. This is you know
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's like that happened. I was on Mosh one night, and we
no
were talking whatever, and I can't remember how the conversation came up, but it was something about my channel. And
hmm,
Mosh was like stopped. He's like, "Wait, you have a channel, Brett?" And I was like, yeah." Like that's how I that's how I ended up here. Like was through the protest and whatever, and da da da. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you had a fucking channel." He's like, "I'm subscribing like right now." Like right, like it's just the exposure too, right? Where people don't necessarily know what you have a channel or what it is, or and then
yeah
going on panels and talking whatever and shit like that. Like, or I've had it before where like I've been in a chat talking and the mods click my name and go, and then like fucking all of a sudden they like pump my channel into the chat and are like, Brett Boyle's channel, like it's
yeah
great the different corners we find in YouTube or whatever the fuck they said. Like,
yeah. No,
yeah,
Josh left the comment. He said that subs only. I've been in chat rooms where it's like you have to sub and be a sub for like 5 days or half an hour. I said 5 days. I said screw this, man. Be a subscriber to five 5 days. I said that's paranoia. Be a subscriber for the last 7 days. I'll be like, no. Be like, that's too long to troll or to wait to troll. Be a
yeah.
subscriber for like the last half hour. Be like, all right, I can wait the half hour before commenting. So that's what Josh recommends is what is it? Subscriber only. I said, that's a way to weed out the trolls because I sometimes in the comment section I'll get like this German spam bot. I have no idea what that is. It's like a German spam bot. It's like it's not in German. I guess in German. I know it's hard to decipher the language, but it sounds like what could be German in
Huh.
English or in alphabetic, whatever. Yeah, so it's like
Moving
this
up in the
foreign
world, we
language
get the
comment.
bots.
Yeah, getting hit with the spam bots. Uh,
I'm usually pretty careful with how I word my shit too. Like what I title my stuff with, and like I don't use hashtags, and
right.
I find that kind of like keeps trolls and bots at bay a little bit. Like
Oh,
that
right.
the
Yeah.
yeah, just what I'm calling shit. Like when I was down at the backup border blockade, it was like I wasn't calling myself like, freedom border blockade or like freedom protests or like I was
Yeah.
staying away from those words. It was just like, beautiful Milk River or like Milk
Yeah.
River cleanup. Like I wasn't using those trigger words.
Yeah. If you use the buzzwords, I think that's a setup for. I mean, wouldn't say red flag, but it puts you on the radar.
Yeah, exactly. A lot more so than just like Milk River 1, Milk River
Yeah.
2. Like I'm not definitely not setting anything off there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I code it. I mean, that's why when I type or whatever, I type weirdly, or the way that I type certain like my vowels, it's off. It's that way on purpose, just to fool the censors. So that's why I type in the way that I do. uh,
Oh,
now I know what you're
geez.
saying though. Yeah, you're doing it to be discreet, to disguise it. That's good. So
Yeah,
you
it's just
totally
to
bypass the censors. Yeah.
be a bit smarter about it. Yeah, right. Like that's like Timber Traveler was talking about because I did a video of the cleanup that we did there because we left that fucking highway spotless.
Yeah.
And so like I went way back and I walked the highway and did a video to show it, right? Like
Yeah.
just just to show that it was like we left that place like clean, clean, clean. And fucking Timber was like, oh, as soon as he saw that video, he like saved it, fucking like shifted it to another site, saved it all away, stored it. Fucking, he's like, anytime you need that video, if it ever gets taken down, I have it for you, no problem. Like,
Nice.
I was like, holy crap, like a little paranoid. He's like, oh, it could disappear. And he's like, well, you're not wrong, but it was like Milk River cleanup. Like, it wasn't like there's trigger words in there or it only has a couple hundred views or something, I think. So it's not like, it's not getting millions of views with like however many people reporting it and shit like that, right? So,
right. Yeah, because if you put up the trigger words, it kind of sets you up. It'd be like, yeah, no, you don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah, you're bringing unwanted attention.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you want the attention. Like the whole point is we're trying to get the word out, but at the same time, it's like
it's unwanted.
Don't really want the wrong attention.
Yeah. Be like, I don't want this to come off as clickbait, but I do want the clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I know. Double-edged sword. Yeah. You're right. Exactly. You're right. So Joshua said that subscribers 5 to 10 minutes only. I've seen somewhere it's like half an hour. maybe I should set mine to that. Subscribers only for the last half hour. That would frustrate the trolls. I'd be like, exactly.
What time is it? 20 after 9?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You got to go. I totally understand.
No, we're going to the beer store. I'm going for a drive.
Oh, nice.
I've been on the fence about it, and it's like, you know what? I actually think I am going to have a beer. Sure. I've been sweating my ass off the past few days. So, yeah.
Little beer run here?
Yeah, it's only like a block away.
Oh, nice.
Cat's going back for more food, it looks like. Oh, I gotta fucking service this truck. Light on. Yeah, we'll go grab a couple. Not going fucking crazy.
Yeah. Not too nuts now.
I haven't drank in a while, so we'll just grab 6, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, shit. But it's not far away. I live like 2 blocks from the beer store.
Oh, nice. That's convenient.
Yeah. Quite. Yeah, it's within walking distance.
Sweet. Or you could go on the little. You could go on the little one wheel that I think you showed a video on, the scooter thing. One wheel scooter.
See how there's all holiday trailers and shit parked in here.
Oh, nice.
So I live in the community I live in. They do a lot of film and television. So they're constantly shooting things here. And if you're familiar with the show Heartland,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, they film that here.
Oh, cool.
So that's a lot of the time the production companies in town are filming that. But they do film a lot of other movies and television shows here. Like a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the television and film industry is very big here.
Oh, that's like
very,
Hollywood.
Very big. See, we're already at the beer store.
Yeah, Josh was asking what kind of beer he's getting. Well, we'll wait until he comes out with it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. Something cheap. I'm not real rich right now. But we'll see. I'll be here in just 2 seconds.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking along here, Josh. Even if I'm burning a lot of this 20 hours, I don't care. I'll just set up a second account and then I'll just, all these dummy accounts wait until I get like, I'll have 5 accounts. That way I'll have like 100 hours in a month. I think that ought to do it. Let's see if he wants to get. Who knows what he wants to get? Take another swig of my apple cider vinegar. Yeah, thanks for sticking along here, Joshua. I don't want to keep you up if you got to go or do something. I know this is like commitment here. This is just like chit chat or what have you. Hold on, I'll put you on mute. I'll be right back in a second. Off mute. Oop. All right, I take it that he's still in there because I don't see no movement. All right, I'm back. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, cool. Oops. I think this goes to top. Yeah. Some water in there. It's taking sweet time getting whatever it is that he's getting. Oof. Sorry for not having anything to say right now. I'm waiting until he gets back and then I'll pick up the conversation. Now it's just kind of dead air right now, which is, I guess, kind of boring. All right. Okay. I'm done with that there. All right. Sounds like he's coming back. And he's back. Okay, cool.
All right, we got beer.
All right, cool. What'd you get? I guess this is the first question that Joshua wants to know is
Oh, we lost all the sound there. We got all quiet.
yeah. Now I'm here.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I could hear you. You're coming in.
I can't like even hear you anymore.
No. All right, how about now?
Oh, I got a phone call. That's fucking why. When my phone rings, it fucks my sound all up.
Oh, that sucks.
That's the issue. I'd have to leave and then come back. Are you staying up?
With me, I'll stay up for another half hour if that's
I can't
okay.
hear a word you're saying. I can't. I have to leave. I'll try and rejoin if you're gonna be up.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Whoops. All right. Was you on yesterday when we were on? I think so. I think you were on multiple times. Were you on today? No, I didn't catch it today, but oops. All right, here he comes. He's coming back. All right. All right, he's back. Let's see if we get him on sound.
Hey,
Okay.
I can hear you there now.
Okay. Yeah, it must have been that phone call.
Yeah, if I get a phone call while I'm on a panel, it fucks my sound all up.
Yeah, God.
So that's annoying, but
Yeah. Do you want to tell Josh what you got? He was asking what you got.
I got cheap beer, Bow Valley, brewed locally.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, but like 8 beer was like $10.50 or something.
Is that a lot?
$10.80. No, that was dirt cheap.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's almost like dollar store cheap then, I guess. Or not saying that it's dollar store standard. I'm just saying, oh,
Oh no, it's
affordable.
It's definitely cheap beer.
Yeah. To answer Joshua's question, he was asking if I was on yesterday. I don't think I was. I doubt it. If I have to think whether or not I was, because usually when I'm on, I'll chat. I usually chat you something to let you know that I'm watching you or that I'm on. I'm talking to Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that if I'm watching you, then usually I type something in to let you know that it's me or that I'm one of the people watching you. So, but there are times, I guess, when I'm on your panel or on your panel, when I'm in the chat room of your panel. I mean, I'm watching, but yeah, I'm either driving and I can't put anything in the chat, but I am watching. So, you know, when it's like you and Jeff or whoever, so I know he's a frequent. It's the first time I've seen Queenie come on to your panel. I've never seen her on the panel or one of your
Queenie's
panels
actually
before.
on my panels pretty often.
Yeah. No, she's been doing her own live, so that's why she hasn't really been on a panel. So she's kind of
She's been a
doing her
lot.
thing.
She's been going on Mosh and Beers and Cheers and yeah, she's been going. She's frequent on the panel scene, depending upon whose channels it's on.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. And then yeah, it's actually been really weird actually because Jeff's been on now only like a couple times, but yeah, it's been interesting having because I met him on Polish Agnes's panel, but I didn't know that he was Telescope's mod. Like I knew he was a mod for. I know he had a wrench and mechanic Eric, but I didn't know he was Telescope's mod too. So that weirded me out the other day when I was fucking yip yapping away in Telescope's channel and like all of a sudden there's a mod show up and it's Jeff. I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Like, okay, well I know I'm safe here. Like, that mod certainly isn't going to kick me. That's cool.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Does he have his own channel or is he like, no, I'm talking about like beyond the mirror or behind the mirror, whatever is that like who owns that channel? I'm sorry that happened to you, Josh.
Channel. I'm not sure who that is. We don't get along though.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I figured, because I figured, is that like a network behind the mirror? Is that like a network of a group of people, or is it just because I mean, is there? Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of people in there. I don't know who specifically the channel owner is, but there's a group of people, and it's weird too because, like, there's a good portion of them actually that hang out in my channel, even though I don't get along with behind the mirror.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird. I have so much weird crossover stuff in my channel. It's super strange.
Yeah, because I know Telescope. He's a part of the behind the whatever, and so I know he's part of it.
Yeah.
Because I figured if there's like its own channel.
What's that, sorry?
No, I said if there's an own channel for it, I mean, there's got to be, it's kind of like QAnon. It's like there's got to be like a main person, like the ringleader of it. It can't just be a network. I mean, there's got to be the heads of the network.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, me neither.
I could probably ask questions and find out if I wanted to bad enough, but I'm not sure I care enough to put forth that much effort.
Yeah.
So
just responding. Just responding to Josh. I didn't realize you were there for you. I thought it was for Jennifer, but I hope. Oh my God. I'm just reading he's given his status update. Wow. Yeah. So I just, boy, I hope things get better. It's scary to read.
Yeah.
But at least he's open enough to say it.
That's like 41 South and stuff too, right? Where it's those issues.
Yeah, something like that. I just came across this channel from VC Vic Live, so I don't know a whole lot about 41 South.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's on my channel and panels and stuff pretty regularly too.
sure. But at times, I think he tries hosting his own StreamYard, and then he'll wait.
Yeah.
And then if no one, but he comes on at a really funky time of it would be like like 1 or 2
Oh, yeah,
a.m. It'd be,
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd go on at like 2 or 4 in the morning or something because he's in Tasmania, right? So
oh my god, yeah,
yeah.
huh?
So it's
There's-
like late evening or whatever he'll go on, or there's times where I'm on like late at night, like at 2 in the morning type deal thing.
Right. Because I remember I
So-
caught him once at like 4 a.m. and just be like, dang, I'm just barely getting up. And it's like he's like coming on and be like, oh okay.
Yeah, where that's like 8 p.m. for him type deal thing, right?
Oh, gotcha.
Or like 7 p.m. or whatever it would be.
Yeah. Well, it depends which time zone I'm in, Central or Eastern. So it'd just be like,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah, it helps knowing where, I don't know, it's neat in a way too, because like no matter what time you get up, there's kind of like somebody, like a channel's going somewhere, like in our little kind of clique or whatever we have going on, like the
Sure.
fan jam we have, like between the Aussies and Canadian, like North Americans, and people over freaking on the other side, and like Scotland and Finland and all that shit. Like there's usually somebody on. So there's somewhere to go hang out and say hi or have a laugh or whatever.
Right.
Even if you get up in the middle of the night or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and it's usually, I mean, they've got like the graveyard shift hours. They'll do the midnight to 4, what have you. Just be like, dang.
Yeah.
I mean, these are these are after hours.
Well, yeah, that's what they were saying. We were talking about that the other day with my viewership going way up, where I'm filling in those dead spots where there's like, it's like late for the Aussies, but too early for the North Americans. So it's like right in that weird zone.
Yeah.
And, the really night owl Aussies or like the really early riser North Americans are the ones that are going in there. Like, or the people that can't sleep or whatever. Like,
oh
yeah,
my God, yeah.
I'm filling in those little holes or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's good. It helps bridge it all, right?
I mean, you're like the only one on because just the hours of it, it'd just be like, oh, yeah, he's the only one. I mean, no one else is on. It'd just be like, this is interesting.
Yeah, where I think that's kind of helping my viewership as well a bit, right?
Yeah, because you're the only one on at the time. I'd just be like, oh, I got it all to myself now. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, that said, we generally tend to have fun in my channel a bit. Like, I know I don't do a lot of stuff that other channels do, but we do generally have a pretty good laugh, or we have serious conversations too.
Yeah. Well, I just started. Well, actually, because I did do Prisms before, but that was Prism. But as far as like the StreamYard and Restream, I think that was recent. It's like maybe a month and a half. I forget. It wasn't that long. It'd just be like, because usually I'll just look at what other channels are doing, and I'll just try to emulate it. Just be like, okay.
We had talked about me doing my own StreamYards before, but I didn't really do it right away, and I was having trouble reclaiming all my Google shit. And then I think it was July I started doing my own StreamYards. Because I remember I had to upgrade before my birthday.
Oh,
because I had already used all my hours and I had a good response and all that kind of shit. So
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so I've only been doing the StreamYard stuff, like my own hosting, since July.
It helps to start off as, I guess, as like kind of being a guest first. That's how I got warmed up to Agnes, and then I showed up on there, and then I just kind of got into a rhythm of it, and I'd just be like, okay, this is how it goes. This is how the format is. This is what it's like. So that was just kind of getting my feet wet. Just be like, oh. That's pretty cool. So anyone else who wants to, like even when I showed up on VC Big Live, I mean that was random, but he was really cool. Him and the missus, so they make a really good couple.
Oh fuck, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen people go on their channel that are just complete fucking assholes where it's like, oh no, like this person's up, like I'm fucking out of here, like I'm just gonna hide out and chat and like I'm a mod there, right? So I gotta like
Yeah.
I'm like I mod for their channel. So it's like I gotta sit there and watch. Like fuck. Yeah, there's times I've like got off panel where it's like I can't stay on or I'm gonna say stuff like
Yeah. I
and then
think
all
I
of a
know who
sudden
you're talking about.
they turn them
Yeah.
into some like nice person where it's like I call them like the asshole whisperers now. Like what the fuck? Like how is that person just being so like respectful here and nice and like that's not like them? Like,
Yeah. It's totally uncharacteristic, huh? Yeah.
yeah. But I mean that's good for them, right? Like it's a reflection of their
Yeah.
character and how they are. So like yeah, good for them. I could
Yeah.
never do that, but holy fuck, good for them.
Yeah. Change my mind and just be like, I think I know who you're talking about. The one prick or whatever. He shows up on Cowboy Mosh kind of frequently because I guess he kind of feels welcome. He does, because Cowboy
Yeah.
Mosh is just open minded to everyone. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple people that yeah, if they were to come to my channel, there'd be like, no fucking way in a million years am I letting you up on panel. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, say something in chat so I can hide you from the channel because I don't fucking want your shit here. Like,
Yeah. Because Mosh accepts anyone. I mean, it's a free for all under Mosh's. I've seen the type of people he lets on. I was like, ooh. You're like, really?
I've seen people get booted from Mosh's too. I've been booted from Mosh's panel. So whatever. I went, go back the next day, whatever the fuck, right? Like last time I talked to Mosh, actually, he was like, "Hey man, I haven't seen you for a bit. Like, you got to make sure you come by, jump up on panel." Like, it's like okay, Mosh. Like, so, but that's the like what you're doing, right? That's the benefits of doing that, where you get around and go on a bunch of different panels and stuff, and like people start to see your name enough over and over and over again, and excuse me, discover that you have a channel or whatever, and oh yeah, I'll go subscribe. Like,
yeah. I look to see who's live. Yeah, I look to see who's live, and then just be like, "Oh, you got a cool channel," or I just look to see if who else is paneling. I'll be like, "Oh, cool." I say my hellos and see if they respond or not, because usually you get a good idea of how they feel about their audience by how they respond to their chat. So it's just like, okay, I'll go on here and see how they respond to the audience, and I'll just make myself known, whatever, and say, "Hey, how you doing, evening tea?" It's just stumbled across the channel, whatever. So, I've actually met a lot of new channels. Just stumble across new channels that way too. Sometimes it would just get to a point probably of where it'll be hard to keep track of. It wouldn't surprise me. It would just get to that point.
I'm not having that problem yet. Although I've unsubscribed from channels too, right? Like the 1776 stuff, because I like being a mod. You're like, you're pumping links and all this shit, right? So it's, excuse me, the easiest way for me to get them was just to subscribe to the people, and then I could go into my subscriptions list and cruise down alphabetically. Boom, there you are. Okay, like I can get them really fast.
Yeah.
And then you start going through and like, because I do try and if I'm pumping a channel, I want to kind of see what they're about. Like,
sure.
And even though it doesn't matter, like it's you've seen on my channel where if I'm talking about another channel and whether I like them or not, I'll drop their links so people can make up their own mind. So even if I don't like a channel, I'll still drop their link.
Yeah,
but
right.
But with all the shit that went down there, I unsubscribed from a bunch of the 1776 people and all that jazz. Like I'm only subscribed to just a couple of them anymore.
Yeah. And same here. Question from Joshua. He says he wants to show his logo, but in order to do that, he'd have to pay for the paid version or what have you. So I think he wants to put his watermark, kind of like the StreamYard logo, I guess, in the upper right-hand corner. Or
yeah, you can put your logo into the corner. So where that StreamYard logo is right now, you can put your own logo there. Don't mind. I put a picture of me and my cat.
Yeah,
I was trying to
that's
change
cool.
my picture one day to my cat because we all had black cat pictures up. So I was trying to change my picture, but I was like having a hard time with it, and I ended up just putting it on my logo instead.
Yeah,
It's like, there we go, close enough.
yeah, yeah. I love black cats. Black cats and orange cats. They're darlings. I don't know. I've seen cats different colors, but there's only ones that I guess I'm just used to seeing either black or they're orange.
My cat's a
Okay.
bitch, but she's a
Yeah,
sweetheart too at the same time.
gotcha. Does it chase down rats if there happens to be any rodents or anything?
We don't have rats in Alberta, not of the rodent variety.
Yeah, gotcha.
No
Here's
such
too
thing.
cold. Yeah, it's too cold of a climate for them, I guess.
But yeah, I know like mice and birds and shit. Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
know
I
they
never.
probably meow at birds. I'm sure they meow at birds.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I'm actually surprised she's caught a couple in her life, so I was really shocked. Actually, I was like, holy fuck! I didn't like. I never thought my cat would ever catch a bird. Just you know, she eats
Wow.
lots. Let's just put it that way. It
Wow.
was like, no, shocking.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I know one
What?
guy out of Vancouver, Joshua. He streams with StreamYard, like when he's at protests and stuff like that. He likes using it for like the banner features and stuff. So he can like he'll run a banner to say, we are currently, downtown Vancouver protesting this. And then that stops people from asking him like, what do you do? Where are you? What are you doing? Like those
Oh,
kind of
right.
repetitive questions. It was like, that's a good idea. Like
Yeah.
instead of having people walk in and be like, where are you? Or what are you
Yeah.
doing? It's like, it's all like it says right in the banner.
Yeah. Just be like broadcasting from downtown Vancouver or in downtown Vancouver. Just be like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of a neat
it's true.
idea.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
he
their
puts his
news
little
banner.
puts his little banner up or whatever, like the little the way he's using that, it's like that's actually really smart. But it
Yeah.
has drawbacks where you like
Dox
with as
yourself.
far as like going into landscape and like zooming and shit like that, it's all not as good.
Yeah.
Pros and cons. But I guess you
Yeah.
can do that in Prism. I haven't played with Prism enough, but
Yeah. I haven't actually live streamed from YouTube itself. I just installed it with Prism. So Prism is how I started. How's your beer,
I
by the
started
way?
with really good actually.
That's good.
Very, very cold, so that's helpful.
That's even better. What's it taste like? I mean, compared to another beer, just so I have an idea. Like, what's a comparable brand? I guess you'd compare it to.
It's a lager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like my lagers.
Yeah, they're
Generally.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I was streaming with YouTube, but I couldn't get it into landscape mode. I just recently figured out how to do that.
Mm.
It's actually they made it it's kind of tricky actually. It's weird how they set it up, but I was like I started because I didn't know about Prism. So
Right.
like I waited till I got my 50 subs so that I could live stream on YouTube or whatever, and then I couldn't get it to landscape mode on YouTube, so that's why I started using Prism.
Oh, gotcha. I never tried it with YouTube. Yeah, so I just went straight with Prism. So I don't know what it's like to do with YouTube. I don't know if you could see the chat. Prism, it's
Yeah, but
on screen.
it doesn't stay as long. Like the chat appears and then disappears.
Ugh.
Like it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. On Prism, it just stays on screen, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Oh, I just got another text message. Somebody's making videos about me again. Awesome.
Oh, positive videos, I take it. So,
Yeah, from my fans, probably not, but whatever. All good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Roberto Escobar fans would be like,
No, it just shows
Okay.
who's in whose head, right?
Yeah,
So whatever.
exactly. Yes.
People gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So what are you up to? You just gonna stay on stream, or you gonna fucking cruise around, or?
Yeah, oh no, I might hit the hay. What's it? What the hell time is it? Maybe like 10 minutes or what have you. It's been cool being on the StreamYard with you on this, man. I seriously was almost cutting it off at the 2 hour mark, and you saved it. You like kept it going for another two. Oh, it's awesome. I hope we gave Josh an idea of what StreamYard's like, because I'm sure that he's been on live feeds before with StreamYard. I don't know if he's been a guest on any of them. That's okay. He might be shy, but if he wants to host one of his own, man, yeah, Google Chrome. I don't know. Yeah, Google Chrome is what I use simply because I have an Android.
They
And
did
then,
like, yeah. If you have an Android, you have to use Google Chrome. You don't even have a choice.
I tried using other browsers over there, and it totally sucked. The live stream sucked.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Like they want you to use Google Chrome from an Android.
Yeah, it's proprietary. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really weird. I know I ran into the same problem where there was like, no, you need Google Chrome to operate this. It was like, yeah, there's kind of no way around it. It was like, all right then. Like
Yeah.
if I'm doing this, I guess this is how I have to do it. So whatever.
Yeah, Josh was trying to look for it on, I think, maybe the Google Play Store. Just be like, not yet. I mean, it'd be cool to be that way too, but it's on a browser.
Yeah, you got to
And
go
then-
to StreamYard.com.
Yeah, it's on a browser.
It's really easy though. It's really self-explanatory and really easy.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Restream. I forget. Maybe I could go back and forth between Restream and just so I get the hours in.
Holy damn. You're like the only one on right now.
Oh, nice.
You and Let Freedom Ring. Oh,
Let
be more
Freedom.
wrong.
Yeah, Let Freedom Ring is like a Tommy, but I don't think he talks. He doesn't
No,
narrate.
he types in chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he types into the chat. He doesn't talk to the chat, whereas Tommy like talks to the chat and doesn't type.
Yeah.
I do
His is
both.
narration. Yeah, Let Freedom Ring. I think it's just straight up video, and then Tommy actually gives narration. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy damn. That's amazing. Well, you can stay up if you want, or if you want, I can pop on. What do you want to do? I don't mind hanging out here. But if you want to pop off, so you're not using up all your free shit.
Yeah, I was about to say. No, it's been a pleasure, man. Because usually when I've been doing this recently, usually I've just had Joffrey just chime in, and usually he's been like a co-host or what have you. But it's been really cool having you here as like a change of scenery, and especially the follow up from this morning. So that was pretty polite. But yeah, I'll probably just hit the hay or what have you, and then just see you and Josh tomorrow. Then whenever you guys are going to be on, and then yeah. So tomorrow's already Friday. That's cool. It's TGIF. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
pick it up then, and then yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care about like how you schedule it or if you even schedule it at all. It doesn't matter. It's just like, oh, he's on. All right, cool. I mean, that's the first thing I look at is that red dot by your logo. I'll be like that's how I know if you're live.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't schedule anything. I'm way totally random.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you schedule it, then it's too predictable. It'd just be like, no, I'll just come on when I come on. So.
Yeah. Well, plus,
Yeah.
like, if I get tied up with something and then I'm, not showing up to when I'm supposed to be on, and it just, yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
have to deal with all that shit. I like it just
Yeah.
being random. I'm on when I'm on.
Yeah. That makes sense. Hopefully, Josh learned a lot from, I guess, a brief tutorial or just like the ins and outs of what it's like when he signs up for this. So he'll like it. I mean, we've been liking it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's actually not hard to use either.
Yeah.
Play with it for a little bit, and you can get the general gist of how it all plays out.
Right.
It does. I would agree. It does help to be a guest though a few times to just kind of get the feel of it.
Yeah, get your feet wet, get the gist of it. Obviously, I got a lot of practice with the Polish Agnes, and then it just gives you an idea, gives you a glimpse into what it's like to be your own host. To be like, okay, because I've done that with Jeff. Where I don't know if I told you this before already, but I let Jeffrey guest host the show once on this, and then he fell asleep and hung up on himself. Oh, that was so funny. He totally effed up that panel. Oh my god. Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah. Me too. Cool. All right, man. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Thanks for being with us here on the show. I guess it's a call-in show, so I'll treat it like a call-in show. So pick it up tomorrow whenever you'll be on. So again, hopefully we taught Josh a lot. I'll be back with you, Josh, and then I'll just catch you because I got you on my I got both you guys on my bell notification. When you guys come on, that I get the instant notification. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for being on the show, Brett. Yeah, you too, Joshua. And then we'll pick it up tomorrow where it's thank God it's Friday. It's TGIF tomorrow.
Word, yo.
All right.
Good to meet
Have
you,
a good night,
Josh.
guys.
Yeah. Have a good night. Take care.
All right. Bye now.